Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday. Welcome back to the Abomination Vaults, Eyes of Empty Death. I'm your GM, Steve, and I'm joined by Mike, Rick, Richard, and Nina. Together, we are Recall Knowledge, a group of 5e vets going on a journey to crit fumble our way through learning Pathfinder. Say hello, nurse!
Hello,
nurse!
Hello, nurse.
I don't know.
First time?
Yeah, I don't know why. I was just on an Animaniacs kick. I had that like, hello, nurse.
Oh, I thought we had a nurse out in our audience tonight.
Well, maybe we do.
You might have two in the cast.
We got two on the cast.
Well, I know we have two in the cast. I thought maybe we had one
For
out.
those of you out there new to our show, welcome. And if you've been with us for a while, welcome back. It's good to have you with us as always. Now, tonight, we do have a lot we need to get done, so I kind of wanted to get the announcements rolling fast so we have more time to play, although it's fun to chat with you guys. We got a lot to cover. So, first announcement for the night. Our first sponsor is Molten Hosting.
Yeah, Molten Hosting.
Hello, Molten.
Molten Hosting continues their sponsorship of Recall Knowledge. And they are our official hosting service for Foundry Virtual Tabletop. And we are excited to have them. They are the service we use. It's a service that we've been using even before the sponsorship. You know, you're watching our games played on their service. They're awesome. Now, if anybody was paying attention yesterday, you might have noticed that the internet basically imploded upon itself after Amazon's AWS East went down. Well, let's see how your games might have gone different had you been hosting on Molten Hosting.
GMs, how many times has this happened to you?
Mike? Hey, are you there? Yeah, I'm trying to log on to my social media profile, but it won't connect. I think something's wrong with the internet. You're self-hosting still, right?
Actually, you've pestered me so long and so much. I decided to use a hosting service.
Oh, Molten Hosting?
Oh, no, but it's pretty similar. Let me check. It looks like they host their services in Amazon's East as well. Oh, shit. They're down right now.
Of course. I guess I'll just use my app to order some crystal meth. Son of a bitch, that's down too.
It's an all too common problem. The main backbone of the internet crashes, the central cog to the information age we find ourselves living in, leaving you without a way to play Pathfinder. Well, let's see how this could have been different if Mike was using Molten Hosting.
Rick, nothing on my phone's working. It seems like the entire internet crashed. Are we going to be able to play tonight?
You did.
Rick, I can't hear you.
The internet's down.
The internet's down.
Sure your phone's working?
Let me switch to my other network. Oh, hey. Molten Hosting is down on that other network, but I switched over to my backup server, which is on the Amazon West. So, looks like it's just affecting the region. That's a bummer.
Oh, so we can't play?
Actually, since we're on Amazon West, Molten Hosting just started offering servers in other regions, and I have one of my servers deployed on AWS West instead. So we'll have to play on my backup server until we can make it work.
Yes, that's amazing. So Molten Hosting is so cool for offering multiple US regions to host your server in. They saved me from a terrible crystal meth relapse. Thanks, Molten Hosting.
It's just that easy. So remember, GMs, don't be a Mike. Be a Rick. And also don't do drugs.
No.
Drugs are bad, okay.
Thanks again to Molten Hosting. In all seriousness, yesterday was a terrible time to be on the internet, and I'm not 100% sure actually having a US West server would have solved the issues in the first place. But I did want to kind of highlight that Molten Hosting recently did add a US West to its region servers hosting. So if you live on the West Coast like us, take advantage and move your server to the West Coast and get off that Amazon East backbone. Also, a little stumble there, but from now on, I think we need to do a Molten Homies skit because Molten Homies is
I like that
Yeah,
myself.
the Molten Homies. So that's going to be our future skit. Yep. So
All right.
head on over to moltenhosting.com right now to check them out. And thanks for sponsoring this episode. And also, again, I got to say, putting up for it with all our zany skits that we've thrown at you at this playthrough so far, even if tonight might have been fiction. I don't know.
Thanks, Molten
I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. Thanks,
Thanks,
Hosting.
Molten.
All right, up next, our second sponsor of the night is the Rollsmith.
Rollsmith.
Rolling.
Keep those dice a
The
rolling.
Rollsmith is the maker of awesome virtual dice to use in your Foundry VTT games. They plug into the free module Dice So Nice and are made by the same people that made that must-have module. They extend your dice options so much and support them for making that cool product that we all love. You can use dice that look like wood, gemstone, or even the new premium dragon-themed dice that take that amazing art style to the next level. Word on the street is some holiday dice are coming down the pipeline. So hopefully we can get those featured on here soon when they release. Hopefully soon. Holidays are coming up fast. These are the dice that we feature on our show, and you should go check them out at therollsmith.com today. Thank you to the Rollsmith for being our second sponsor for tonight's episode.
Thank you, Rollsmith.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Rollsmith.
All right, guys. Like I said, we're rolling fast, so I think that's going to do it for the announcements. Are you ready to play some Pathfinder?
I need to buy some meth.
Yes.
All right,
No.
viewers.
You get a spray
Go,
bottle.
go ahead, sit back and relax. And players, let's jump into tonight's episode of The Abomination Vaults, Eyes of Empty Death, episode 3.
Yo.
Beneath the quiet fishing town of Otari, something sinister has awoken. The sorceress Belcora Haravex, destroyed nearly 500 years ago by the Rose Guard, has returned. Her spirit will not rest until it finishes what she started so long ago. The destruction of Absalom, and with it, Otari. A band of heroes have united to answer the call, delving beneath the mysterious lighthouse known as the Gauntlet. Together, they discovered a dungeon that Belcora called the Abomination Vaults, originating from a site where their outer goddess Nimbaloth once brushed against this world. During their adventures, the heroes have managed to dispatch cults dedicated to the Ghost Queen, the self-appointed guardian of the lighthouse named Volek, a flesh warper conducting strange experiments in his laboratory named Jafaki, and most recently, a contract devil named Eurevian, general to Belcora's armies, now sent back to the Nine Hells. With the pathway cleared, the heroes of Otari must take up their weapons one last time, descend down into the lowest levels of the Abomination Vaults, and face off against Belcora once and for all, hoping to find a way to put an end to her vengeful quest. Will the heroes succeed in their task? Or will they, like so many before them, finally succumb to the eyes of empty death? The camera fades in on the heroes of Otari, sleeping through the night in some bunk beds in a guest room within the Drow city of Yldaris, deep beneath the surface. The heroes find themselves guests here, while the proposed alliance between this group and the Drow is being considered by the young leader, Quara. She invited you to stay here while she consulted with her seers. And that is just what you have done. weight. This deep in the Abomination Vaults, you are feeling the weight of your quest. The entire city of Otari, and especially the nearby metropolis of Absalom, both hang in the balance. Belcora Haruvex, the sorceress once slayed by the Rose Guard in these very vaults, haunts this place again. And for the first time, you have seen her face to face today, and survived to tell the tale. For now. Nulara, as your eyes grow heavy and you feel yourself drifting off to sleep, you become keenly aware of the whispers surrounding the room. Your head still feels cloudy from the day's events, hoping a good night's sleep may resolve it. But it's hard to sleep with the whispers following you. Bang, bang, bang. A knocking at the door wakes you up from your sleep you hadn't even realized you were in, as the unlocking sound from the outside echoes in the silence. Shortly, a door opens, and a young Drow woman dressed in fine armors appears. Come. Quara summons you to the meditation cavern. She stands there, the hand on the hilt of her blade, watching your moves carefully as you move to stir awake.
I don't...
I think the body language speaks for itself here, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Bathroom.
Okay. She leads you through the dark hallways, past the forge in the meeting room, before two guards standing outside a large set of double doors, each one opening one of the doors for you. The scene beyond is breathtaking. This massive cavern looks left in its natural state, and in those gray stone rock, veins of crystals glow and grow, clustering into massive formations that jut out of the smooth surroundings into sharp decorations. Shades of pearl white, dark purple, glimmering blue, and brilliant scarlet all mingle here to create a beautiful, peaceful spot. A shallow pool of water sits at its very center, its bottom and sides filled with those same clusters of crystals growing on the wall. Across, standing here in this chamber with a smile, is Quara. Flanking on each side of her are two hooded figures whom you saw earlier in the day, her seers, twins, both silent but ever watching. Quara looks up. Thank you, Salesa. You may leave us. The angry-looking Drow who escorted you nods and makes narrow eyes at Halarmony and Mukta. I will be right outside if you need me, she says in Elvish. She strides out of the room, and the doors close behind her. Thank you for joining me, she begins in Elvish. She looks to one of the seers and gives a little nod. As she does, one of them begins casting a spell. Clathor here is going to cast a spell to make sure that we can all speak and hear one another properly. For those of you who don't speak Elvish, as this spell washes over you, her words begin to become clear and make sense in your mind so that you can understand her by the end of the sentence. You can all now understand and speak Elvish. She gives a smile. Tensions were a bit higher than I liked earlier. But my seers here foresaw you coming in a vision they had. They gave me your descriptions. the boy with the silver tongue. A woman sworn to protect the others. A criminal desperately trying to erase the sins of his past. And an elf, out of his element, straddling two worlds. They saw the threads of fate being woven and told me our fate as a people are entwined within your quest. Between you and me, I don't typically believe in this fate mumbo jumbo. And yet, here you are. She pauses for a moment, considering you guys as a group. Tell me the truth, please. What are you hoping to accomplish here with your quest against Belcora?
I look towards Hal if he's not going to speak. We just want to defeat her, see her vanquished, protect the people above, huh?
But
And
why?
maybe why? Do you not want to protect your home here?
More than anything.
That would be the same for us. That each of us, I think, have places and people above that we want to protect more than anything. And if that anything means defeating Belcora, then that's what we'll do.
I'm going to be very honest with you. Yldaris only exists at Belcora's pleasure. It was here when she first created her vast dungeons. At the time, my grandfather was its leader. Belcora made allies of several groups, including the Drow, the Erdefens to the west, and the deep gnomes above, who have since embraced undeath. To each of us, she gave a large magical lens with strange powers. For safekeeping, I believe. Ours was known as the Ochre Fulcrum Lens, and it could manipulate emotions. But there was more to the lens. My grandfather told my father, Lorothals, who became Yldaris' leader after him. But my father never told me their secrets. She sighs, turning and kind of like idly running her finger along her crystal. You see like her shoulders slump a little bit. I was never meant to lead. My older sister was to succeed my father. They both embarked on a secret expedition a few years ago on an island in the Great Lake. And the Erdefen warlord Kerfel caught and killed them. She kind of turns, looking in your direction. Their expedition had something to do with that lens, though, I believe. And I suspect that my father had it with him. Perhaps he hid it someplace. Perhaps Kerfel took it. I don't know. What I do know is Belcora came to me as a ghost shortly afterward. She insisted that I renew my grandfather's vows, and that I swear Yldaris' support and aid in the surface invasion that drives her even in death, the very one that you are here to prevent. For the good of Yldaris, I renewed those vows that my grandfather made. If I didn't, my people would be at risk. But I've never felt bound by mere words. She looks to her seers. I won't help her. She spins, giving you her full attention. I'll help you. We, and she kind of spreads her hands outwards, will help you. You're welcome in Yldaris, as long as you'd like. Now, I'm sure you have many questions for me.
You mentioned the lenses, and how your father brought it with him. So does that mean it's not here?
It has
Anymore.
been lost for about 3 years now.
3 years.
It was
Oh,
a closely guarded secret.
would you say that makes you, he controls emotions, like emotions that really make you mad?
No, more detached, more
Mm.
even keeled. It was hard to get a reaction out of him sometimes, like he was distant.
And I look over to Mukta. Yeah, that lens we found yesterday really made me angry. How are you doing, Mukta?
Lens?
We
That's what that's what my magic told me. It was some kind of lens.
I'll at this point pull out the lens, seeing as it's already the lens is out of the bag.
Uh-huh. So you pull the lens, and she kind of like strides your direction a little bit, and she kind of holds her hands out. She's like, "May I?"
There's a brief pause,
Uh-huh.
and then Mukta thinks like we're in the middle of their city, like, and I give it to them.
Okay.
Give it to her.
She takes the lens and she kind of holds it in both her hands, and she smiles, cocks her head to the side. This is not the lens I knew as a girl. This is not my father's lens. Where did you find this?
Oh, I still got these voices in my head. Maybe I'm inheriting it from you, Nulara. Is this
It's in there.
this monster, right? He had this big head and with all his big teeth. He bit Mukta pretty good. He was carrying Zeth around when we were bringing back Foxy.
Kind of
Like
no
just around
head
the
and
corner.
no head and all teeth, really.
Only mouth.
The Gugs had this. But to my knowledge, there were only 3 lenses. One... Oh, she kind of looks down. She's like, I wonder whose lens this was. And you can see her like fingers sort of like wrap around it. She starts kind of feeling the energy, and like as she's holding it, you kind of see a little bit of that like crimson sort of like fluttering in the middle start pulsing a little bit.
Well, be careful. Zeth will really piss you off. I mean, make you angry.
You said that your father was detached, yes? When he
Yes.
held his lens? From what, well, you remember how how my friend Hal here was acting the other night, yeah? The other day, yes?
Yes.
You see him now? Do you see any difference?
Much more even keeled, I would say, today.
I have not had the time to properly study that lens as much as I would wish, but I think that lens might be the cause. It might not be the best thing for a leader such as yourself to hold on to.
I agree. She hands it back to you, Mukta. Besides, this one is a lot smaller than my father's.
Look, we just found it. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, no need to be like, oh, mine is better. No,
When we were in the cavern, there were whispers, and then one of the things that it said that was that there's another lens, but with a dragon. Do you know any dragon?
Her eyes go pretty wide at this. And she says, she looks back at her seers, and she looks back at you. There is a dragon that makes its lair near here. Ravarex. Kind of stay out of his territory, and he mostly leaves us alone But the only other lens around here other than my father's was Kerfel's. The Erdefens who slayed my father, they had a lens. We'd heard reports that perhaps the dragons and the Erdefens may have been working together. I'm not sure what to make of this. First I've heard of it.
Why do Erdefens sound so familiar? Like I keep hearing elephants inside my head.
So the one Erdefen
You fight it?
you've seen an Erdefen. It was the barkeep at the tavern where you guys performed.
Oh,
The clear with the belly in the middle, and
okay,
Falksy told you guys how he had been kidnapped by Erdefens and sold
okay.
taken up there, and kind of pawned off into soup.
Well, if I remember correctly, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong, my mind is very hazy at the moment. The Whispers only said that there were 3. So if one belongs to your dad, this is another one. The last one would be with a dragon.
Well, the one my father had was lost. Perhaps the dragon found it. Perhaps the dragon took the Erdefens. I am not sure.
Would your seers be able to find them?
She looks to them, and they just have that like glazed over look, and they're just like staring, like no. And she's like, "It doesn't really work like that on demand. You can't just like ask questions and then right on cue, right? The sort of like tone changes in the room, and the little seers begin sort of like chanting like Om, and then she's like, hold that thought. Maybe you can turn it on demand. And then one of the twins begins talking. You watch both their mouths are moving in sync and in unison with each other, but the voice is only coming out of one of the two, and it makes it hard to really know which one's talking at the time. But it's like, there is more, one of the twins says. The other one finishes the sentence where the first one began. That you should know. Quara, her eyebrow raises, and she's clearly got her interest piqued as she looks at the Drow, and then they've paused for way too long, and she's like, continue, like really impatiently. The ochre lens lies in a dark and wet place. Kerfel didn't claim it. Larathol's dropped it in the water to deny it to his enemy. He died attempting to learn more of its purpose, more than the partial truth we know. And then right here, the other one kind of picks up right where the first one stops talking. We have seen in a vision that the stones both empower the Ghost Queen and yet hold the key to her demise. They are slivers of something ancient, alien, evil, and hungry. We saw the eyes of empty death, they cry in unison. She separated the lenses because, together, they draw the baleful attention of the empty death herself. Even the Ghost Queen cannot withstand the empty death when their powers are joined within her. The secrets to the lenses are in the old treasure vault, which overlooks the lake. Find the lenses and the answers Larathol sought. And they both sort of slump over and kind of go back to their quiet self. She's like watching this, right? And you can see the like curiosity in her face. And she kind of like, by the time that this thing is finished, the camera kind of pans over. She's saddled up beside you guys just watching this unfold like it was like a soap opera that she's really like interested in. She's like, I would say you get used to Bosrod and Clothor, but you never really do. Let me assure you, when they speak, it's important. Now, this is all news to me, but when the Cavern Seers speak, it's to the benefit of Yldaris. And you as well.
So there's a lot of information that they gave. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what though? You hear in the stories all the time that like prophecies and seers, it's all this confusing wording and everything. This is pretty direct. I'm pretty actually thankful. It's pretty clear what we have to do.
Yeah, they're not always so direct. It's very, very easy, right? But this isn't some easy mission. I mean, the vault they speak of, they make it sound like that's where my father died. He died seeking this knowledge.
Where would that be? Again, above us, below us?
Near
On this
the
level.
lake, right?
In the hunting grounds. There's a lake here on the hunting grounds, and no more than a quarter mile from here.
Was that is that big lake? Was that big frogs that poked its head out when we were coming here with Foxy? Is that sea lake?
Oh, that sounds like the lake on the farm. It's different lake.
That's right.
So that's where the Oka might be lying. Is that lake dark? Dark and wet?
If I was to quantify whether this lake was dark and wet, I would have to say, of course, it's a lake.
I felt that the wet was sort of given, considering that it was a lake. But the dark part, you have all these crystals. I'm stupid at the moment, so that I'm slow.
Well, my father did take the lens to the vault. I always believed he took the lens to the vault to learn more of its secrets, and if what they're saying is true, he might have dropped it in the lake.
So where is the lake at? Can you give us some directions?
Wow.
How to find it?
You guys are go-getters, aren't you? Like, you know about the lake and you're just ready. I mean, yeah, if you want to go, I could have you.
No, we could sit down and talk.
No,
I don't think I'm no Laura. I couldn't understand your name earlier.
Quara.
Quora. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I don't mean, we are a very reserved people here. It's usually just about survival and carving out our territory and pushing back against those which would do our people harm. It's very refreshing to see someone be like, yeah, point me in the direction and send me off. Gotta say, are all surface dwellers like this?
Well, I mean, Clovis is a rare gem. Your seer's got a few things wrong. I'm not an elf. Clovis could be a criminal. I'm not sure. He hasn't really told me much about his background, but
that's true. You actually get a slight smirk out of one of the twins.
Cora, I have a question. You did say that Yldaris was made because of Belcora? Did I get that correct? Or Yldaris owes itself to her?
My people were here well before Belcora.
Ah, all right.
We lived in these caverns for millennia, and when she came on her crusade, she only spared us because my grandfather made the vows that he did. It was join us or be crushed by us. And the same arrangement exists technically today. We only exist because she allows us to. And this is our home. We don't want to leave and go somewhere else.
as you said though, when you exist at the whim of another person, you're only surviving. You're not thriving.
Right. And I think that's where my grandfather got it wrong. And I think my father knew that. Luckily for my father, he didn't have to personally deal with Belcora. I thought I would have the same reign. It's only in the recent years that she's returned and put me in this tough spot.
So they've only really interacted with each other in passing. They've never had conversations. Your grandfather would maybe have a journal in regards to... That would probably give us more information on Belcora.
Unfortunately, I don't know much more than what I've shared with you. I mean, there are stories I was never supposed to lead. That was my sister's job. He taught her. He gave her the secrets. He trained her, but they died together in that lake. I'm sorry. I don't know.
No, don't be sorry. You're doing your best. Sometimes the best is all you have. And your home hasn't fallen yet, so you're doing a pretty good job.
Well, she kind of like goes over and starts like trailing her foot in the water a little bit as she's talking, and she's just like, I just figured if you're giving me an opportunity, an out, we'd be foolish not to take it. And we want to see you succeed.
No, I was just going to say, has there been much trouble with these Urdefins lately? Urdefins?
Elephants.
They're kind of our primary enemy, especially considering that they slaughtered my father and sister. I've kind of sworn a vengeance against them. I'd be lying if I wouldn't say that we have committed similar atrocities in our history against their people. But this is what she wants. She wants us and them to be at odds with each other, to keep our attention away from the secrets of these lenses and on each other.
Just remember, when the elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers.
The grass in this case being your town, your surface dwellers.
That is correct.
My people.
Your city as well.
Their people. My city.
And where do these Urdefins dwell? Where is their territories?
They live just on sort of the southwestern edge of the lake, and our territory would be like the southeastern part of the lake. So between us is a fungus patch that is kind of contested territory. That is where they would be. Just near the lake, which potentially contains this crystal, this lens my father dropped, as well as the Belcora's secret vault. They're all pretty close to each other. And this dragon, a little bit in a different direction, a little bit east of all of that. He's very, very capable and very brash about. He doesn't hide where he is. He wants everyone to know exactly where he is.
Well, lucky for us, we have a dragon slayer among us. Eh, Clovis?
Maybe.
You look down, you're wearing the drake skin armor, right?
Yeah.
Well, now it's time for a real dragon.
Do you have
He would look good on me too.
somebody who can remove our friend's stupidness? I mean, I know you can't do all of it, but like not feeling. She's not feeling so hot.
I can't do all of it. Sorry, I just.
Most of our magic is in the twins here, who are not so much healers as they are oracles, seers, so to speak.
So Clovis will kind of reach out and I'll pull out this scroll, and maybe this scroll I have here might work. I'm not quite sure.
What scroll do you have?
Scroll of Restore Senses.
Okay. Let's check it out. What's it do?
I don't know if it'll do Stupefied, though.
So, Restore Senses...
Deafened and Blinded.
Yeah. Restore Senses will only do Deafened and Blinded.
Damn. All
unfortunately.
Right. All right. Damn it.
Yeah, and I did check. I don't think there's any of the Drow are capable of doing this restoration that you were asking about, Hal. But Clovis, should theoretically be able to prepare it. So, as like you guys kind of the conversation kind of starts winding down a bit, you guys are sitting around chatting. I mean, if you have any other questions, she'll answer, talk, whatever you guys want to know. But like basically with some of the secrets of Bakura revealed by the oracles, by Quara, you see sort of right now your choices are laid out before you, multiple paths, each what must be resolved to defeat Bakura lie here, right? 2 missing lenses and a mysterious vault on the lake.
Okay.
The vault contains like the mysteries that Quara's father died trying to seek. It likely contains answers to many of the questions you guys have. And the lenses, if the twins are to be believed, are the key to Belcor's defeat in some way. Those 2 lenses must be found and retrieved. So my positing to you as a group is this is the time for you guys to sit around and figure out which task are you going to tackle first.
Well, we want to go visit the dragon. I'm not so sure I want to do that right away. Do you think that dragon can beat that giant spider that's on the outside of your entrance back door, maybe? Maybe?
I don't imagine it would be much of a challenge.
All right, a spider.
Okay. Well, it's either door number 1 or door number dead.
Actually, if you'd like, why don't you make a recall knowledge check? Secret recall knowledge check. It can be if you have dragon lore of some sort. Otherwise, you're looking at to know what you know about dragons. It'd be Arcana. Or if you'd rather use a different lore or a different skill, you'd let me know what you'd like to roll. The easiest is Arcana. Okay, so the way it works, right? The easiest is like a specific dragon lore. The next one would be some sort of unspecific lore that's adjacent. And then the third tier would be like Arcana. And then the fourth catch-all is like nature or occultism and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'll try Arcana.
Give me an Arcana. They're kobolds.
Everything's a kobold.
Oh, yeah. Private GM roll.
Yes.
Hopes it rolled for me.
All right. Well, now we see what it is. So, what you know about dragons like this is they are really scary and probably not to be trifled with, but nothing specific. You don't get a sense for the level of the creature, because that is one thing you can get with recall knowledge, kind of the level of the creature. That roll's not high enough to really ascertain the level of the creature that you're about to go up against. So,
Clovis, can you fix Nulara tomorrow? Do we take one more day and make sure our weapons are sharpened and our songs are in tune or in harmony?
I think that's a good idea. I think Mr. Harmony and getting in harmony, I can work on seeing what I can do to get rid of whatever's making her stupid.
Nulara, they keep calling you stupid.
Stupefied.
It's just whisper.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I heard the word dragon, and you know, even though it would look good on me, it does make me a little nervous.
Did your family have any, when you went to, I'm assuming somebody went to the lake to check on what happened, and that's how they found they had passed. Were there any reports that happened that day, or any things that we knew of? Like, did the elephants have like those giant elephants with the big things on the back that people ride in? Or is it something?
No. The Erdefens are much more humanoid in shape and clear skin, and they kind of, from all eyewitness accounts and the survivor account that we had shortly before, you know, the person that returned died, is they were on their way to the secret vault when Kerfell attacked and assaulted my father by surprise, ambushed them and killed him. And you know, I was not in on what was going on, so I don't know what they were doing.
Was
but
he?
We never saw the lens again, so I knew he had the lens with him. I just assumed that was why they attacked him, to get his lens.
Was it because they weren't given one?
They were.
Oh,
Kerfell.
right.
Kerfell's lens is the hugest out of them all. Literally, he straps it to his back with wire and never lets it leave his himself. It's just kind of like you're wearing the shield on your back there, only bigger, and that is how he carries his lens.
Is the lens that we got from the Toothy Maw monster the same size or bigger than my shield?
The one that you guys have right now is probably a little smaller than your shield, but not by much.
Oh, so it's not this one.
Right.
Oh. Wait, so there's 4 lenses?
There's 3 that she knows of at least. Let's see, what did the
dragon
say?
or this? They said 3, right? Total.
So there's the one that her father had, which she said was the ochre lens. There's this one that you guys have, which through your like kind of magic and understanding is the crimson lens. And then Erdefen's, Kerfell the Erdefen has what kind of is collectively referred to as the emerald lens. I think maybe this is actually a good moment where like Clovis, as you're talking about this and talking about, they're talking about these things, these lenses are infused with the essence of something otherworldly, right? I think there's that moment when your eyes drift towards the Whispering Reeds, right?
Mm-hmm.
The kind of stuff they're talking about is right up your alley, Clovis, and the stuff that you've been learning about. Potentially, there's more information that you could learn in that book. It sounds vaguely familiar to something you might have read in there. But whether or not, how you want to do that, because you don't have the book, right? Yldaris still has the book safely tucked away from you. So, that's all I'll tell you.
Lara, what they're saying kind of reminds me of a little bit of what I read in the book that you are holding. Maybe I should read some more of it later.
Later? Like when we're all asleep?
Or asleep or some downtime.
I'd prefer that you read it in front of us in case something bad happens.
Okay, I can do that.
Do you want to do it now?
Let's wait till we have some downtime. We got a lot going. I want to work on making you feel better.
Oh.
I think that is priority.
It just sounds muffled inside my brain. It's just foggy.
Yeah. So I want to work on that, see what I can do. See if I can get rid of that fogginess.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I would appreciate that.
So, if you guys are interested in, like you proposed, I was taking like just an extra day of downtime to sort of cast the, what is the spell called? Like restoration or something like that, I think it's called. I don't remember what it's even called. And to remove the stupefied condition. And then still like do anything, like just have a whole day of downtime to prepare, then that could work. I mean, there's no hard timetable necessarily that you guys are aware of, other than you know that Belcora is active and nearby, right? That's about it.
Right. Okay.
So if you guys want to spend some downtime, you guys let me know.
All right. Is there a time limit on the restoration for me to be able to do it?
So it's just
an hour, a couple hours.
It's a 2nd level spell, and it just takes 1 action, I think. I mean, look at the spell. I don't know exactly what it says. So restoration is a 2nd level spell, 1 minute casting time. So it's not quite 1 action, but it's 1 minute of casting time, and it should just remove it.
All right, so we don't need a lot of time.
Yeah, if you took 1 extra day, you'd be able to remove that and still have all your resources going into the next day. So if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. We have a montage scene, which includes you preparing the restoration, casting it on Yldaris, which does sort of remove that curse. So I like to imagine you guys do it here in this cavern with this like water, and like kind of submerge yourself in the water and like just pull the like whispers out of her head. and they kind of like disperse like shadows into the crystals that get like absorbed. But beyond that, what else happens in your guys' downtime day montage?
Nulara,
Yes.
how much? I mean, I know you're pretty strong, but you're carrying a lot of our stuff. How much more could you carry? And you notice Mukta's been pretty slow this entire time we've been in this city, because I am encumbered.
Well, I mean, they took all your weapons and armor, so
We
you might
still
not
don't
be
have
encumbered.
it?
No.
Yeah, you're light. Yeah.
Yeah, you're still definitely not armed. Although, you know what? After that night, when she makes you allies, she would let you guys get your stuff back. So during the montage, part of the montage is all the stuff being given, and then we can go from there.
Okay.
Well, with everything, I could still carry a bit. Like, how heavy of
I pull out the
like an
lens.
equipment do you have? The lens. Okay. How big is that again?
It's one bulk, I believe.
This one is
sure.
one bulk, yeah.
Yeah, not a problem.
I'll put it on the party loot.
Before we leave Cora, can I just say, Cora,
Yes.
I just realized how calloused we sounded earlier while we were making plans for what's next. I just, on behalf of the rest of the party, I'm sorry that you lost your family and that you're left with this responsibility.
She actually seems genuinely surprised that you would even care. You know, like, do you honestly care? I mean, we just barely met.
Loss is loss. I've heard somewhere that, grief is the perseverance of love. And you obviously love both your father and your sister a lot. And since you have to lead, you're not able to, I could only assume, you're not able to grieve for them properly.
You're not wrong.
You're doing the best you could.
I just like to think most of the time, I think, what would father do? It's like I feel like I'm not me. I'm just an imitation of what I thought my father is. Does that make sense?
It does, actually.
I don't know. This is the first time I feel like I'm not 100% sure my father would agree with me backing you guys as a group. You know?
But isn't it exciting? You're making a decision for yourself.
Exciting, maybe. Terrifying, absolutely. Because if I'm
You know,
wrong and you guys fail, we're going to be slaughtered.
Sometimes you just need 20 seconds of courage to do something that's terribly scary. Because at the end, more often than not, those things are the most satisfying. So hopefully we satisfy this risk that you decided to partake.
I hope I've made the right decision. And I mean, with your guys' go-get-em attitude, I feel like I'm putting, I'm back in the right spider here.
Oh, no, don't jinx it. The last time someone bid us good luck, we had a hard time.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Do your best.
break a leg?
I'll take
The
it.
last time somebody bit Mukta, he almost died.
Thank you. I'm gonna leave now. Thank you for having your CS teach me a new language. Okay, bye.
It only lasts like an hour or something like that. I forget how long it lasts. It doesn't last forever. It's just like comprehend languages spell. So
Oh no!
eventually it goes away, but they can cast it as needed. Also, speaking of bulk, Clovis is also over encumbered right now.
Party loot. Wait, so if I put the crimson lens on me, would I automatically attune to it since it's on me?
So in order to be attuned to it, it has
I
to
have
be in
invested.
contact with you in some way. Like it has to be held in your hands,
Oh,
or
held in my
somehow
hand.
worn on your body. This one is one bulk, so it's not tiny. We're not talking like a little stone on a bracelet or something. It's pretty hefty. But if you guys can either need a free hand to carry it in, or get creative and find some way to like mount it to yourself, you know what I mean? Like they talk about Kerfell, who straps it to his back and wears it like a shield strap to his back, and his is huge, right?
Can I put it? I can't. It won't fit in my backpack. Huh? It's what, a bulk.
It can fit in the backpack. It takes a whole bulk up, but if you have it in your backpack, you can't be invested in it and gain the benefits from it. In order to gain the benefits from it, you needed to be in contact with yourself. And
Don't
one of the
wanna-
actions with it is to, if you touch it and grab it in your hand, then you can use some of its powers. So depends on what you want to do to it. If you just want to lug it around, throw it in a backpack. If you want to actively use it, you're going to want to find some way to wear it or carry it.
I will put it in my backpack for now while I'm reading this.
Okay.
Probably sometime during that night, Mukta is going to excuse himself to an outhouse or something.
Uh-huh.
Concentrate for a minute,
Mhm.
and turn into a rat.
Okay. So you slip into an outhouse, and then with the look concentration, what does it look like as you transform from a Soki into a rat?
So, kind of these tannish, like golden brown wisps of smoke kind of start. My fur kind of starts turning into that wisps of smoke.
Okay.
And then suddenly my form, it turns all into this kind of all smoke, and then suddenly shrinks down. And then there's a rat. Dark brown.
And what? Okay. And what would Rat Mukta like to do?
Just go and kind of scout around the city, see. Because Mukta doesn't quite trust. I mean, she openly admitted that they've allied once again with Belcora, so I just want to dot our I's and cross our T's and make sure they're not preparing some sort of ambush or secretly plotting our demise.
Okay. Why don't we make that a rat-formed investigation check? Oh, wait, is investigation not a thing? It's perception here, right?
Yes, and I'm also trying to be sneaky.
Investigating
as well.
is using perception.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'll take 2 rolls from you on this. A stealth roll
All right.
and a perception check.
Alright. Stealth roll. You want that out in the open or secret?
Let's just do it out in the open. It'll be more fun that way.
What are you implying?
Well,
Adding to the montage.
okay,
31.
31 stealth is pretty dang good. Yeah, definitely good enough to beat almost every single person in the community's passive perception. So, I mean, that's a really good stealth roll. So people don't seem to notice what you're doing, at least. Like, you get away, you sneak enough to actually get quite a bit of time of searching. So then that stealth roll opens up a perception roll for what you've investigated and found out.
Alright. So I'll do the perception roll now.
Because if you had, like, here's the thing though, right? Because you try to sneak a weapon into like a meeting with Quara, and you got caught, and like if you got caught again sneaking around as a rat, like, whew, it might have been bad. But all right, well, that's a 4 plus 18.
Yeah.
for 22.
I'm not going to waste a hero point on this. Nah.
I will say with that roll, you're looking for anything that you can pin on the Drow, like to tie them to Belcora or tie them into like ambushing you or maybe backstabbing you in some way. With the 22, you come up finding nothing in either direction. You don't find anything that incriminates them, but you also don't come away feeling relieved in anything. You don't find anything that pushes it the other way, makes you feel like they're really on your side. A lot of these Drow, like in their like private conversations, don't seem to trust you guys. There's almost an open sort of, not hostility, but like questioning if Quara is really doing the right thing, and not believing that they should be putting themselves in surface dwellers' hands. And then even, but that's It's not open. It's not like there's a mutiny. It's
Mhm.
just talk between people, and that's about all you get with that.
All right.
All right. Anyone else have a montage scene that they're dying to do?
Do you ever get back to like with a group, Mukta?
Yeah, oh yeah, I come back from the outhouse probably like an
Oh.
hour later.
Okay. I'll wait for him. I have a question.
Does the rat form last for an hour, or is there a limit on it?
I don't know. Let me double check that actually.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm just actually curious personally, as Steve.
It's pest form spell effect.
It's just like the pest
Actually,
form
it's only
spell, but you
it's
can only take
10 minutes.
So I think it's
Yeah,
like
10 minutes actually. So after 10 minutes, I come back.
10-minute chunks.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can only do it once a day?
No,
Interesting.
I
Okay,
can
so it's
keep doing
pretty
it.
limited then.
No,
Okay,
I can do
so
it
you
more
just
than
do
once a
10-minute
day.
all increments.
Yeah, it's just 10-minute increments.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay,
I
so
would
it's infinite.
find another corner and
Just
then
you have 10 minutes and then pop. You don't want to be hiding under like
yeah,
a bed when the 10 minutes ends and you're like
exactly.
Okay.
So I would spend a little bit of time and then come back.
Okay. So yeah, you can go ahead and come back and relay that.
Whew, those mushrooms, huh?
Could I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
Yeah. And then I'll just go to the corner with him.
Uh-huh.
Mukta, I'm a little don't take this wrongly, but I'm a little worried for you lately. I've noticed that you've been taking you're usually more calculated in how you want to attack, but like for the past couple fights you've been up there next to me. Is everything okay?
Yes. I mean, it seems like we've been in some serious trouble, and well, I didn't want to be hiding in the shadows if one of you fell.
Sense motive.
All right. So make that perception roll.
Do I believe him?
It'll be your perception roll, and it's going to be against his will, or I
I'm
guess it'd
so
be
stupid.
deception. So 21. I don't think you beat his perception. What's your deception, Mukta?
Plus 14.
So 24. Okay, so not a critical fail or anything, just a general failure. So let's just look. What is sense motive on a failure?
It's like an insight check.
Yeah, so it says it's just up to the players to roll. So what do you think, Mukta? What does she get off of you with a 21 versus your 24?
You don't get any sense that Mukta's hiding something from you. I mean, you get a sense that there's always a little bit something all the time that
Mhm.
Mukta's holding back. Mukta's never really an open book completely, but you don't get a sense that he's, trying to deceive you, really.
Okay. All right. Well, I am happy that you care. However, when you're down, the likelihood of the rest of us also going down gets higher. And frankly, I really don't want to see you die again.
That is true. And unconscious, but not quite dead.
Unconscious. I had no
Slightly
idea.
alive.
It was barely. I couldn't
Mostly
see your chest
Mostly
rising
dead.
and falling. Yeah. But yeah,
But
I'll always have your back. But if you're too far, it's hard for me to have your back.
right, and
Like across from me or something.
honestly, I that fight, that last one, I didn't expect him to hit quite so hard, quite so fast.
Really? You didn't
And-
expect it? Because it happens every fight. Crit on Mukta.
But
Mhm.
I mean, maybe you're right as well. I've never really had quite a lot to go back home to after jobs. The job has always been my life, huh? But maybe now it's a bit different, and I have to look at things a little different. So, thank you for your concern as well.
Of course. That's my purpose.
That accent still throws me off, I'm telling you.
I'm still trying to get used to it. But it feels comfortable, a little bit.
Oh, you sound good. You sound more free, if that makes any sense.
I guess you could say that. I feel more me. Actually, when I woke up, I didn't remember a lot of things. And if there was anything about my old me that I kept, it was this. So the fact that I could use it again. It's crazy because usually when you get reborn, from what Ancora told me, you lose everything that you had from your past life. But she was generous enough to say that I was given the chance to keep this. It doesn't seem like much, but it's mine.
Do you ever wonder about it? Your past
About
life? Wish you could have it back.
No. It was a miserable life, from what I gathered. I don't really want to go back. More so now that I'm actually, I wouldn't say happy, because the circumstances that we're in now isn't happy, but I'm comfortable. Every day doesn't feel like a threat. I have reason to wake up every day. I don't think I ever had that before.
Having a mission always helps, huh?
Yeah, I think that's probably why I was so concerned for you, because I had a feeling that you were being reckless, that you were just trying to throw away what you already have. And maybe there's a bit of me. No?
I mean, I've always
Change could be
thrown
scary.
myself. Yes. I've always thrown myself completely into my jobs, into my work. I've never had to worry about my own safety, because if I died, then that was on me. There was no one waiting for me when I got home. Some old habits are hard to break, but
I get you entirely. When you've lived alone for so long, it's hard to consider that there are other people that actually care. We need reminding, you and I.
Why don't we make a deal, huh? We'll remind each
Sure.
other when we see the other slipping.
All right. I would give you the telltale of mine. If I start being quiet, like just really inward, slap me out of it. Because that means I'm planning already that I'm going to leave.
I might just, kind of hit your thigh.
My knee?
You're a
Yeah.
bit tall.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Now I like that deal.
Sounds good.
So,
All right, so we got to introduce this book to Clovis now. He
Yeah.
says he might find something in it.
So I think that's probably the last scene we get, right? We kind of crossfade from here to you guys as a group, I presume, like kind of like the book's out, the Whispering Reeds, this like human skin bound tome with the mossy skull face, wrapped. The pages are like ancient. Every single like one of you is like can just feel like the power and the charisma radiating off this object that kind of wants to suck you in. Clovis is kind of like turning the pages, and you come across entry on what are known as the Fulcrum lenses, Clovis. And you thought maybe you remember something like this because you guys had been thinking about lenses before, so it was always on the back of your mind. But now you know exactly what it is, and as you turn, you see these Fulcrum lenses are actually housing for slivers of Nimbalos essence directly. So this lens that you look at, and there's drawings of them, right? There's 4 of them in the drawings.
Okay.
Not 3, but 4. There's the
4,
crimson, which is what you guys have, and the ochre, which is slightly bigger, the emerald, which is huge, and then the smallest of all is known as the Ebon fulcrum lens, which up till now nobody has even made reference to or talked about. It's the first you guys have really seen about it. But each one of these is built to house part of Nimbalos essence. So you are literally carrying with you a piece of Nimbaloth within your lens. And the stories go that each of the lenses possess a different and powerful ability. Though the book doesn't tell you what those abilities are, it just makes reference to the holders of those can channel Nimbalos energy and use it to unleash great power upon the world. But there's a warning here which says that the lenses are dangerous if kept close to each other. And even the most devout of Nimbaloth must never bring all 4 lenses together at once. Because using these powers draws Nimbaloth's gaze, draws the eyes of empty death upon you. And if somebody was to somehow harness the power of all 4, well, the stories say that Nimbaloth would take notice of such an event. And leaves it at that. It just says, drawing Nimbaloth's scrutiny is inviting destruction upon yourself. So it does sound like also now there's a 4th lens out there.
Yep. Hey guys, the book is telling us there's 4 lenses, not 3, and basically says make sure we never put all 4 together. Very dangerous.
Wait, never put them together?
No, keep never have all 4 lenses together.
Don't
But if
cross
we
the
need them
streams.
to...
Yeah, because we're ghost punchers. We're ghost punchers. We can't cross the stream.
But if we needed to defeat Belcora, did it say how the lenses actually help defeat Belcora?
No, I didn't say. I kind of stopped reading. I was starting to.
I think it did.
Did it?
The warning itself. It could be a warning for anyone who might use the lenses, but it could also be a double-edged sword, yes?
Wait, so we give her the lenses?
Makes sense.
Even she could not stand up to this Nimbaloth, yes?
She probably couldn't resist having all those lenses. Interesting, Mukta.
Maybe, I think it would be more difficult than that. I think she kept them separated for a reason. Otherwise, she would have kept them together long ago.
Very true.
But if we can somehow force her or trick her into having all 4 at once.
Hal, you spent some time invested with this lens,
Good
right?
plan.
Like part of the day yesterday. And you know that it has this power that if you touch it, you can kind of absorb a little bit of the power into yourself. Similar to the way that creature used it against you guys. But in your studying of the object and your connection with it, you kind of realize that the lens did have this second sort of ability built into it, which kind of felt like you could not only absorb the power into yourself, you could force that power into another creature. If you were to make contact with that creature to the lens, you might be able to force some of that energy into somebody else, even against their will. And this ability is reflected on the magical item, and I think the person that has it right now is Nulara, right? So if you look, there's 2 activate abilities on this item. The second ability is a possession, where you literally possess somebody with the spirit of Nimbaloth. You take the magic of the lens and you force it into something else.
Interesting.
So, I don't know, maybe I can slip it into her pocket. I mean, if the emerald one is as big as they say, I don't know how I'm going to do that unless anyone else has any other ideas.
I'll tell you that the emerald one has 3 bulk. That's how big it is.
You can like use your hands and you can like force it into somebody else.
For now, everyone that's in chat, thank you for joining us. A big shout out to Phenomenally CJ with the 7-month resub at the beginning of the stream.
CJ!
Yep, CJ was one of our first subs and continuing on. So CJ, big shout outs. Thank you for the support. While we're at break,
thanks, CJ.
Everyone else, take time to support us here on Recall Knowledge, just like CJ. You can head over to twitch.tv/Recall Knowledge and give us a follow. YouTube.com/C/Recall Knowledge. It's a great place to catch our past and future shows. Catch us out on the podcast. Go to Anchor FM, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, you can find Recall Knowledge. And Hal's been dropping those episodes weekly on Fridays, I believe. So head that way and get ready to do it. For now, we'll be back in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Abomination Vaults. During break, my players decided that their characters were going to go to the Quora Secret Vault. That is the choice you guys made, and you're sticking with it, correct?
Yes.
I mean, you tell us there's a treasure vault. Mukta's not going to not go.
Yep. Makes sense. So it takes a while to get there, right? Like the Drow can kind of point you in the right direction. They can sort of get you ready to lead. Once you find the giant lake that they point you towards, you're on your own, but it's pretty easy to find the lake, right? Like it's a huge lake. Unlike the lake in above, which was kind of covered in this mist, this perpetual mist, here it's sort of like choppy water, almost like shoreline water a little bit. But you know, the Drow provides you with like a little rowboat, and the 4 of you can pile into this rowboat and sort of row yourself across this lake. You know, occasionally you see like something like in the water that like shakes the surface a little bit, and you get the sense that you're not necessarily alone here on this lake. And you know, it kind of comes to you in the realization that this is the lake that Quara's father, Larathel, died on. And you know that somewhere within this lake is probably this lens that you guys are looking for. But you currently have your eyes set right in the middle of the lake, kind of jutting out from the stony sort of natural rock formations down here, a little past the sort of round base of the Gauntlet Lighthouse that you can see off on the shoreline. There's just this vault door perfectly situated over the top, like right on this lake. There's a little ledge where you can pull your boat up and dock it. And as you get closer, you can see the ledge thick with lichen, and it's wide enough that you can get onto it, but just barely. You can just barely find balance as you kind of like edge your way up towards this vault door. And a simple iron vault-like door with metal handle and a keyhole leads into the vault. And I guess we can rewind time a little bit, because there's this sort of montage as you guys are rowboating, traveling with the Drow, preparing for the day. You guys had said there were some things you're going to do to prepare for the day, right? For instance, casting Barkskin, was it, Nulara?
Yes. When we're like close to like 5 minutes away from the vault. Sorry, I just reviewed it. It's only 10 minutes. The duration is 10 minutes.
It only lasts 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
That is unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to use it. You want to wait until you get outside the vault, and then so like we pull up in the boat, and then you pull the scroll out, because you can't cast it, right? But you can have Clovis cast the spell on your behalf, right?
Yes, please.
And Clovis, you unroll the scroll, and this isn't a spell I think you've used. Maybe you have, I don't know. But you're able to read, and as you read off the spell, the like words and ink and magic burns out of the paper, and it disappears into like a puff of flame as you cast Barkskin on Nulara. That lasts for 10 minutes.
Yes.
And that gives you resistance 2 to bludgeoning and piercing, and weakness 3 to fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so don't catch on fire.
No fire bombs. Take it.
No,
Clovis.
Do it.
Man,
I have my reflexive shield. I can shield block reflex saves now.
That's pretty cool. So you do this right before you guys get off the boat, and I think maybe even like you guys are back there doing this last thing as Hal and Mukta hop off the boat. Mukta's first up to the door because Mukta, A, it's a treasure vault. Who knows what's in there? But B, you're always like on the look for traps.
Mm-hmm.
So this is you kind of passively giving this door. It looks like the hardest door you've ever had to pick in your life was to Jafaki's laboratory, and you tried doing it, and it didn't quite work out the way you had wanted. Right? Almost. I'm gonna make that secret perception check that you have when you are constantly aware of traps that may or may not be in your surrounding area, and.
Would I want to use a hero point?
No, because as you pull up to this thing, you find a trap, a passive trap on this door. Shit. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We're 22, 33 episodes into the series, and
I finally found a trap.
Your level 1 feat kicks in. You find a trap passively without having to search for it. This thing is trapped. There is a small, hard to reach rune visible on the inside of the lock that if you had potentially not noticed it and tried to pick or use a key, the door this rune could probably react in some way. So you stop anyone from trying to open the door. And you found this trap. You found this rune, but you still need to do something about it. So what would you guys like to do?
All right. So, I know in that the other game that you can disarm magical traps even without magic.
Yes.
Is that the same here?
Yes. So the ability to disarm something is kind of rolled in. So even though it's a magical rune of some sort, it's a magical trap. It's still a mechanical trap. It's still something that you as a thief can disable. So it would just take you have so let me ask you this. What is your rank in thievery?
I believe I am expert.
Expert.
Yes.
So, if you are expert and not master, the unfortunate thing here is that being able to disable this is beyond your skill level. You know off the top of your head that if you were to, you couldn't even attempt to disable this unless you were a master in thievery.
Well, Mukta became a master in stealth because there's no traps in this dungeon. So what do I need thievery for?
Exactly. So the other ways that in your trained experience are to since it is magical, you might be able to have somebody use Dispel Magic to counteract this magical effect if anyone has that spell. Or the fact that you have seen it, if you can find some way to open the door without standing directly in front of it, like, the blasts or whatever the thing might do is probably echo out, but it might miss you if you, get clever about how you open this. But the problem is, how do you open a locked door, right? You know what? You rolled a 33 perception. Despite the fact that this door is trapped, and you look in the keyhole while you're analyzing it, it does not appear to be locked, believe it or not.
So some good news and some bad news. The door is not locked. It is, however, trapped. And quite ingeniously, if I might say so myself. I don't usually admit to such things, but it is a bit beyond my capabilities to disarm, unless someone can disable magic completely.
So Clovis pulls out his backpack, and I go, I have this little scroll here that I can dispel magic.
That would be exactly what we need.
That is come in handy here.
I didn't think I would ever use this. I've just been carrying it around.
All the level 1, level 2 stuff.
Yeah, it's coming back to pay off, right? Yeah, for sure. I was looking at your character sheet too, Clovis. Note that I saw that you had put restoration and cast it, but we waited another day to go out. This is like next day,
cool.
so go ahead and take that spell slot back and prepare whatever you want inside of it. Okay,
perfect.
so unlike the other game, as it was so aptly said, a Dispel Magic is not automatic here. So you are casting a level 2 scroll of Dispel Magic. So this spell effect is actually higher level than that. So what we are doing here is, we've done it before, it's called the counteract check, which means you, Clovis, are using the Dispel Magic spell allows you to sort of counteract this spell's effect. The spellcasting ability modifier plus your spellcasting ability proficiency bonuses plus any bonuses and penalties like specifically apply to. So yeah, so it's basically like making an attack roll with your spell. So Clovis, as you cast this and the spell, make a nature check, nature spell attack roll.
Okay. We'll do.
So that should be plus 19 for you. That's a 3 on the dice, plus 19 for 22.
I will use my hero point.
Probably a good idea. So let's re-roll that.
See.
All right, that takes it to 12 on the dice, 31 total. Much better. The counteract DC, now that you've rolled, I can tell you, is 28. So this is a success. So the
good
scroll,
hero point. Good hero point.
Good hero point. The scroll burns up.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Oh.
I just read counteract. I already said it, and I don't want to slow us down anymore. It's successes. Technically, because this is a second level spell scroll, it can a success only shuts down a spell effect 1 level higher. In this case, a level 3 spell effect. But this spell effect is actually higher level than even that. And even if you fail, you can counteract if it's your level or lower. So it's a little different than I thought, but good enough. Because I want to get the game going. So spell goes up, the rune fizzles out, and you have successfully removed the Neckbeard Blast Tumbler. Thank you, Neckbeard. It's like
Neckbeard Blast.
as he like fizzles out of existence. Yeah.
I shaved my neck.
And yeah, Clovis, you successfully disarmed this. So we've ate into like a couple minutes of your 10-minute timer, Yldaris. But only like a minute or two. You still got 9-something minutes left. So yeah, with that done, the door seems cleared. Mukta, it's unlocked.
I will open the door, and as I usually do, take a step for the rest of the group to go in.
Yeah, here, this is already a tiny ledge, right? So it's really hard for people to sort of, get around each other. So like you guys are like using the boat awkwardly, and Mukta's like hanging on. You're small, luckily. So
I'm a pretty good in acrobatics, so
yeah. So I'll pause the game for a second here. I'm gonna move Clovis and Hal up a little closer, and Mushi and Mukta's just outside the door. So as Yldaris steps in, this is what you see. The dust is thick in this room, save for some footprints, fresh footprints that lead to and from the southernmost of the 3 iron doors in this room, which looks similar in construction to the vault door itself. And on the south side of this chamber is a sort of hardened clay statue. And as it's sitting there, kind of like looking down, this face is burned into your eyes, Yldaris. This face is one that you will never forget. This thing looks like Belcora herself. And as you kind of like step in, the clay begins grinding. The like dust begins shaking it off of it as the head turns and looks in your direction, and the sort of like rubbing of stone on stone begins to animate as it looks in your direction and says, let's see, it got a good-natured adjective on it, so
welcome to the vault.
So sorry, entrance denied. I am sorry, but you must go, and I must kill you now. as it like sort of begins to rise up to its full length, and it like goes almost to the full ceiling. And players, I'm gonna need you guys to go ahead and roll initiative.
Would I have been avoiding notice?
Honestly,
After I opened the door.
You opened the door, but then you stepped aside and let everyone else past. I will let you avoid notice.
That is kind of my MO. After that first time I went through a door.
Yeah.
And got destroyed.
Let's get some initiatives in there. We got... so Mukta got a 31, Nulara with a 30, Hal with a 29, Clovis with a 25, oh, 21, sorry. And
Yeah.
I also have my battle cry.
oh, you do,
Yes,
and
so I can
the
for
golem
free action.
got 25. Yes, describe this to us.
So I see him. Did I understand him? Is the first question.
It's speaking in multiple languages, so you can hear it no matter what language you speak. So you heard it come through in common at the end.
Permanentes and sentados, por favor.
Yes, exactly.
So like he'd understand me.
Well, you know what? The stat block.
Oh wait, I have intimidating glare, so it doesn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the stat block doesn't give it any languages, but I've already in canon given it a language by speaking. So yeah, if it can understand you, that's on me.
And I have intimidating glare.
Right. So in that case, it doesn't actually matter. Right?
It just sees me, and then its
Yep.
good-naturedness is slightly taken aback as I try to demoralize it with my gray face.
Oh, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Frightened.
Oh man.
Two.
Let's
That's
see those
a
crits in
crit.
chat.
Crits in
Oh,
chat.
crit,
Crits in
crit.
chat. Awesome. Well, intimidating glare. The critical success, the target becomes frightened too. It's immune to a lot of stuff.
Oh. He's clay, so he probably doesn't know fear.
It's immune to mental effects.
Oh.
Damn it.
It's okay.
But
It comes out naturally.
you bolster your allies, right? Like, yeah.
Come on!
All right, and as we shift into combat, Mukta, you are first to react.
I will delay my turn.
Delaying your turn. All right.
I'm gonna hop in after Nulara.
Nulara, you're first to go.
Okay, for my first action, I'm going to stride towards it. Don't make any assumptions on its gender, even though it looks like Bokora. And then one action to attack them. Them.
I mean, it's a clay statue, so them, but it's also resembling Belcora, so she, they, I'll accept either. Go ahead.
Okay, just one action with a power attack using Ankor's Blade. That would be
Power attack's 2 actions, right?
Oh, sorry, one attack, one
Just
attack. Just a regular attack.
Yeah. So 35, that's gonna hit.
Okay.
It is, it is this big, tough thing. It's physical.
That would be 14 points of slashing
Okay.
damage. Yeah.
So
and then third action, raising my shield.
You slash across this thing. This thing is made out of like clay, like hard, definitely like tough clay, and you feel it resists a bunch of this like slashing damage. It resists 10 of it.
Whoa! Also, part of my new level. Would it be considered a living creature or an undead creature?
Neither.
Neither? Okay, never mind.
It is a construct.
Okay, never mind. It does not matter. Third action, raising my shield.
Got it. Okay.
That's it for
All
my
right,
turn.
your shield goes up. All right. Mukta, you want to go now?
Yes. What is the lighting situation in here?
Let me ask you guys this, because it is dark everywhere here, but I think we have light on Nulara because we left her on the toga from the last time. You guys just kind of generally put a light on Nulara's shield. Is that still the case?
If it's complete pitch black, I think we would have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Nulara's shield is lit up in this room. So Nulara's
Right.
it's lit up only because of Nulara's presence. In more ways than one.
I'm asking for the gloom blades, so
Yeah, because of Nulara, right?
Yeah.
It's like this
But,
weird thing. If you had dark vision and then you wouldn't need the light, you could get advantage from the gloom blade. But yeah.
Either way, I'm going to stride 25 feet up to it.
Okay. It is
And,
flat-footed.
It is because I'm ahead of initiative.
Yep.
So I will quick draw my rapier and stab it.
Go for it. I should have like photoshopped Belcor's face to be.
I'm going to use a hero point.
It's the first round of combat. Of course you are. One for the montage.
Technical issues and first round hero points.
Yep.
Welcome
nothing
to the
is not
live
consistent.
show.
Let's see if it works
Alright.
out though.
Usually doesn't. 36. That's gotta hit.
It's a hit. Believe it or not, it's not a crit.
All right, I'll take it. That is 19 points of, I believe, piercing damage. And with my new level, I have debilitating strike.
Tell me what debilitating strike does.
So, you apply one of the following debilitations, which lasts until the end of your next turn. The target takes a negative 10-foot status penalty, or it becomes enfeebled 1. I'm going to choose enfeebled 1.
Okay. Just it makes it strength-based stuff slow.
Yes. So pretty much a -1 to strength-based rolls and DCs, including strength-based melee attacks and damage rolls and athletic checks.
And that lasts until
The
your
end of my
turn?
next turn.
The end of your next turn.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so I'll add the enfeeble. Oh, debilitating strike. Okay. So you're adding enfeebled 1.
And that's just something every time I deal damage to a flat-footed target.
Oh,
Damn, every time.
Nice.
Every time.
Is this a rogue thing?
It's a rogue thing, yes.
Damn.
Okay. It's resistant 10 to your damage, so it takes 9.
Alright,
You
and
just-
then
Good
Your
name.
rapier, like, you stab at it, and like your rapier kind of like bows, like against its hardened sort of skin, right? Oh, maybe not. It is not, as far as I can tell, immune to precision damage. So yay! Then it takes the 9.
Alright.
I always feel bad for you because I feel like so much is.
Right. And for my third action, I will stride. You know what? No, I'm going to use mobility to go
Okay.
half my movement, which denies any opportunity attacks.
Okay. It doesn't get an opportunity attack.
That's my turn. And I'll yell, "You got this, Nulara!" as I back away.
All right, so this is the interesting one. Hal, it's your turn, but you are stuck behind this tiny ledge with Clovis. What would you like to do, Hal?
If I sing, would they be able to hear me?
Yes. If it's just auditory, then they can definitely hear you.
Okay, so I want to do Inspire Courage, Lingering Composition. First thing.
So will a lot of stuff in the like quiet, like cavernous area, but this, yeah. All right, linear composition. Let's make that check. You guys are level 9. That makes the DC 26 right now. Well,
I made that private GM roll.
okay. Well, I'll share it because it was a 19 plus 22 for 41. That's a crit.
Whoa!
That's a critical success.
Wow.
Crits in chat.
That's
Wow, okay.
insane. 41.
4 rounds. And I'll cast Blur on myself before I go in there.
Okay.
That is my turn.
You become concealed, and that is the thing where it's a DC 5 flat check whenever.
Yep.
Yep. Very cool. All right. The golem gets its turn. So, Belcor, like, I am so sorry that I have to do this. As the golem like brings up its hands, smash. Right. It's gonna use a fist attack on you, Nulara.
Is that a strength-based attack?
It is.
All right.
So it does have the enfeebled.
That is a crit, sir.
39, even with the enfeebled. Yeah, so 39 becomes a crit. All right. Well, it's time for Mukta not to get the crit on the first round of combat.
No worries.
I moved away this time.
You did. You did.
38 points of damage, of bludgeoning
We're
damage.
good. Okay.
And as the like sort of like shards of clay like slam into you with like this haymaker attack, I need you to make a fortitude saving throw, Nulara.
Okay.
I accidentally clicked it for the golem. I wasted a natural 20.
30.
That good. Get them out the way.
Three is
Yeah,
three is
no
a success.
Holy crap.
Okay.
So this thing tried to hit you, and you could feel that like it was doing some kind of magical effect on you, but you've like resisted it.
Okay. Does it make a difference if it critically succeeded it?
In this case, the effect doesn't matter. Success versus critical success. There's no effect at all. So good thing to point though, because you're right. It says it right there in chat. Thanks to the awesome Foundry, you have Juggernaut. So if you get a Fortitude save success, Juggernaut, it's a critical success. Very cool.
I only take 36 because of my bark skin.
Very good. Yeah. So if you shift click the damage, you can do the -2 and reduce it by 2. You know what? This thing doesn't... I mean, looking at a stat block, right? It doesn't have a lot, so it continues to fist attack Nulara. 18 plus 18 is 36.
Hits, I'm blocking it with my shield.
Okay.
With an aggressive block on top of that.
That is 22 points of damage.
Jeez.
Well, aggressive block, it can't even choose to go back because it's pinned against a wall already. So you shove it with the shield, which bangs it up against the wall, and it becomes flat-footed until the start of your turn, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
So it stays, it's flat-footed for everyone now. You've knocked it a little like loose, and you know what? I'm just gonna do it. Third attack, fist. 16 plus 13 is 29.
Still hits.
Yep.
That's
Then
crazy.
feebled. Yeah, it hit with even the -5. Yeah. Okay. 14 points of damage.
Got it.
Down to 12.
I have a question.
So sorry.
Since I
Oh, actually, I need 2 more fortitude saves, 1 for each attack.
Okay.
And that's minusing the damage too, right? Should by 1.
It is, yeah. You can see the enfeebled 1 on the
30
damage.
for the first one.
Success? Critical success, as a matter of fact.
Okay. That will be 28 for the second one.
28 is a fail.
Oh, can I use a hero point?
Yes, you may. Use the hero point.
All right. So hero pointing it up. That would be 33.
33 is a success. Critical success.
Okay.
All right. You can feel this thing has something built into it. All right.
You just hear Mukta yelling, "Somebody come in here and help Nulara!"
Clovis.
Hey, right. So Clovis can't see, so he's gonna start heading towards the door.
Uh-huh.
And he's gonna come inside.
Yep. Once you get in, you see
Okay.
this giant
Yep.
replica of Belcora standing here beating on Nulara.
Yep. And so he's gonna then cast a spell in Impelling Spike. So you need to make a DC reflex save.
Okay. So you use Impaling Spike, right?
Yep.
Let me see. So this is you should conjure a spike. It has conjuration tags and the primal tag, correct? You conjure a spike beneath creature, the earth, it makes damage, it makes reflex save 8d6. Okay, this is a really cool spell. It's kind of weird here because it says you conjure a spike that thrusts up from the earth beneath the target. Right? It doesn't have the earth tag. So here's what happens. You go to cast the spell goes off, and as the earth begins to rumble beneath its feet and the spike goes to jut up out of the ground, you feel like there's like a pulse of energy, and your spell is completely ineffectual. It's immune to whatever you're doing.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Then I will raise my shield.
I don't think you have you don't have a 4th action to raise your shield.
That was only 2. Oh, that's right. Never mind. I knew I couldn't raise my shield. I knew that. Sorry.
It's cool.
It's my turn because I moved. No, I moved.
So yeah, unfortunately this cool spell fizzles out, and I hate to tell you that, but
I have a quick question before Nulara goes.
perfect. What is it?
So it's flat-footed until the start of Nulara's turn, right?
Uh-huh.
So if Nulara delays her turn, would it stay
Well,
flat-footed?
It comes to her turn, and then right away it goes away. Even if you delay, your turn's already started.
Oh.
Okay.
I was
trying
thinking
to
the
see.
same thing.
It's also flat-footed because of your debilitating strike, anyways, until the end of your turn, right?
No, it's enfeebled 1 only.
Oh, right. Yeah. That was a good try, but unfortunately, no.
All right, I had to give it a shot.
You did.
Bad.
All right. At the start of Nulara's turn, it's no longer flat-footed. Nulara.
I have a question too.
Yep.
Can I? Because I have I used my shield block as a separate reaction, but I also have a separate reaction for a quick shield block.
Okay.
Can I use that quick shield block to shield block the second damage towards me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. That's
Yeah, you
10.
can because you have 2 reactions. You can dedicate them both to shield blocking if you'd like.
Okay. Sweet. All right.
So that should get you some health back at least.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Nulara.
What even am I gonna do with this dude? Okay. He doesn't seem to be taking my hits, I say. And then I'll try and hit him again with a power attack
Okay.
using Ankor's blade.
Yeah, it's like attacking a giant solid rock, right?
Yeah. A 28 to hit.
28 is gonna miss.
Whoa. You're
Like, it
right,
hits.
he didn't.
It hits. It just clink right off the like chunky rock body of. It's a pretty
Okay.
sculpted body that Bakura had.
Wait, so it hit?
It hits, but it doesn't get through and deal damage. So
Oh.
it's a miss. Mechanically, it's a miss, but
Ah,
narratively,
okay. Okay, I get what you mean.
you just can't get
All
through
right.
her armor.
Third action, raising my shield.
Okay.
That's it for my turn.
What was the first action?
I did two actions for a power attack.
Oh, it was a power attack. Got it.
Mhm.
Oh, too bad. All right.
Was it?
Yes, I feel bad for you, Mukta. I hate when you guys waste a spell and it's immune, and I hate when like you do a power attack and it misses. I hate all of that.
I would like to use Arcana to recall knowledge about anything I might know about this construct.
So for this, the base level would be Arcana, or actually because it's a construct, believe it or not, you could use crafting as an ability too. So you can use Arcana or crafting.
I'm actually better at Arcana.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks, Morley Bent, who's on our screen right now, like watching his student. Like you flash back to
I'm
like
a quick learner.
what did Morley Bent tell me again?
Mm-hmm.
Make an Arcana check, a secret Arcana check.
All right.
Okay. You know that golems in general have a special like uniqueness to the magic around them, where golems are like immune to almost every spell, and every golem has certain types of magic that it's weak to and certain type of magic that makes it stronger. Only you can't quite remember for this specific golem what is what, so that's all you get with your Arcana recall knowledge.
All
So
right.
that now you know why Clovis' spell failed, is because it's immune to blanket spells. Only you have to figure out what type of damage is going to affect this thing. Because if you use the right type, it's weak to that type of damage, and if you use the wrong type, it's going to make it stronger.
All right, I'm going to yell out, this golem, it's immune to most magics. We have to find out exactly what magic it's weak to, but careful. The wrong spell might strengthen it. So that was one action.
Yeah, and there's usually one spell that the golems are completely vulnerable to, but you didn't roll high enough to learn what is what.
Right. Second action. That's the only thing. Yeah, I'm going to. What is that? I'm going to. Oh, it's 2 actions. Yeah, 2 actions. Produce flame, and hurl it at it to see if it's maybe weak to fire.
Right, not bad. So the fire like lashes out, and as it like gets near the golem, it fizzles out. It's immune to fire.
All right, I won't even roll then. But
yeah, you don't have to roll. Just know that it's immune. Fire neither harms it nor boosts it.
So I'll yell that out, and then fire will appear in my hand. I'll throw it, and I'll yell, "Well, fire's out. Fire is definitely out."
Yeah,
and that's my turn.
Okay.
Clovis looks disappointed. Damn it.
Hal, who has yet to put eyes
So-
on this statue.
Yeah, I will stride. Oh, it's pretty big. Immune to fire. So I think I'm going to try to do a biting words. Cast that at first level just to see.
Okay. Biting words is
Spell attack.
you do this sort of sonic damage attack at the rocks, like maybe hoping to like break apart the like clay or the rock or something. Unfortunately, it's immune.
Well, it doesn't do anything when I make a lot of noise and sing really loud, so Sonic is definitely out.
I kind of wish Sonic was what it was weak to, because it makes sense to kind of break away rocks, right?
And that's my turn.
All right.
Maybe the magic users support Nulara.
Again, I'm so sorry for this inconvenience. Smash, smash, smash. First attack is a 26.
Misses.
Yep. Second attack, natural
Oh,
1. So that's a critical miss. Do you have anything that like happens on a critical
Nothing.
miss?
I wish I did.
I know there are some stuff that triggers, like some reactions that can trigger, but okay. And third attack is a 23. So this time, it does not connect with a single one of its blows, Nulara. Balances out last turn where all three connected. Clovis.
So Clovis, just kind of hearing all this, will he's going to wild shape.
Oh. What are you wild shaping into, Clovis?
Guess I'm going to go into a trying to serve.
Jiminy.
I'm gonna go T-Rex.
Shit.
No, you're squishing everyone.
Go.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have room for that here, Clovis.
Oh, hey.
Okay,
Be
so
about
you
as
bump
big as
Hal. I
him,
think what I'm
right?
going to say is you bump Hal that way, and you bump Mukta closer to the thing, and Clovis, this huge creature, fills the room, bigger than this thing. Like literally, right? You're like scraping along the top of this roof, like filling the whole vault. You become a giant, angry Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Sweet. And then
I think it makes more
Yeah,
sense
that's
for Mook to be pushed. Well, I don't know. There's no room for the dinosaur. Oh, but you have reach probably, right? I think you have like a 15 foot reach.
That's why I'm trying to look at what, how far his reach
maybe
is.
with the jaw, but not with the arms.
I got the tail.
I believe
That's
your
fine.
reach on your strikes are 15 feet in this form right now.
Okay.
So this is the first time we've seen you become a dinosaur, by the way.
Yeah, that's my first time. Okay. So I'm within reach there, right? So I will do a
So how many actions is Wild Shape?
2.
So you have one other action this turn. Okay.
Yep. So I'll do a tail attack.
Giant tail launches out from across the room.
Just right over Mukta's head.
It's not immune to this.
Oh.
28.
It's a miss, unfortunately.
Shit, I suck tonight. All right. It will be my turn.
The
then.
enfeeble goes away
So,
too,
all
right?
action.
Right.
Yes, it was only until the end of my next turn, so...
Oh, so it missed all its attacks anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe the enfeebled. Oh yeah, so the tail swashes out. You miss this thing, and you just watch as the tail like starts breaking, and the walls of the vault, like chunks of stone, begin like falling in here. As this, it's not the. It's just crazy to see a dinosaur in this tiny space. All right, Nulara.
Okay. I mean, it's all I could do. Power attacking again
Yep.
with Ankor's blade. This would be.
Please hit.
33 to hit.
That's a hit.
Sweet. Okay, I'll take it. That would be 20 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Resist 10.
Okay. Does it make a difference if it's like magical damage?
It does not.
Okay.
It
never
would
mind.
make it different if your weapon was made out of adamantine.
Oh, okay.
Like specifically designed to destroy rock and stone and stuff.
Okay. Those things are expensive. Third
Yes,
action, I'm going to raise
they are.
my shield.
Okay. All right, Mukta.
Alright, well, not much else I can do at this point. I'm going to stride over here for one action.
Okay. It doesn't trigger any opportunity attacks.
Tumbling strike.
Okay.
So I make a acrobatics check, right?
Yep. I think against its reflex DC.
Ah,
27. Critical success.
Critical success? It is flat
Actually, no. It's a success, not a critical success. Sorry.
All right, let me make sure. So it's not flat-footed against me then.
Only on a critical success.
Yeah, only on a critical success. Damn. All right, but oops, don't open the door. But I would end up over here.
Yeah, the
And strike at
DC
it.
was 26.
All right.
You rolled 8 plus 19.
Yeah. Not the greatest, but oh well. Strike with the rapier. Ooh.
That's what we in the business call a natural one.
Damn.
Yeah. That's
Luckily, it doesn't trigger anything on a miss.
third action. I'm going to cast shield.
Okay. Shield goes up. All right, add that spell effect to your token, and that's it, right?
Yes, sir. That's my turn.
Hal, what else you got in your
Yeah.
back pocket?
Didn't give me the bonus.
I will say, I'll yell out to Nanara, move over so you can let Clovis, Dinosaur Clovis, get in there and scratch with his claws. And I will reach over and touch Clovis, and I'll cast, not winning streak, but I will cast haste on Clovis.
Ooh, okay. Haste on Clovis. That gives him one extra
push me out,
action
Clo-Clo.
to strike or stride.
Nice.
Yep. And I think I will stride up to right next to Nolara here,
Okay.
hoping he doesn't hit me. That's my turn.
Yeah,
So you
she
can drag
looks
that
like
quick
she's got a pretty long, like her fists are pretty strong. Like she's crushing Yldaris. You believe, just looking at the size of her fist, she could reach you from there, Hal.
Oh, maybe I won't get that close.
Yeah. She hasn't thus far, but she's got a pretty long reach. She's like haymakering Yldaris like into the ground over and over again. All right.
What in the Naruto?
That's the quicken spell, but I think you had it targeted, so it did on the target. It's kind of a glitch, I guess.
It's cool though.
So yeah,
Clovis can take that
is
quickened tag and put it on
I'll
himself.
drag it to himself. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't get too close if I could think it could hit me because, well,
Yeah, it's got some
I wouldn't.
reach.
cast
That's
shield.
everything, right, Hal?
That's it. Yep.
Shield goes up. Okay. I feel it doesn't. It's just a big. Okay, whatever. Just keep it simple. It continues to strike at Yldaris. I feel like it doesn't do a lot, except for be annoying to kill. That's a 2
Misses.
plus 24 for 26. Second attack is a 10. It's gonna be a 29.
Hits, blocking it with my shield, and another aggressive block.
There we go. So 21 points of damage, blocked. It becomes flat-footed as you slam it against the wall again.
Yes, sir.
To the start of your turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the timing with you and Mukta is just unfortunate.
I know.
Okay, and then third attack. 29 again.
Hits quick shield block.
30 points of damage. And
Ooh,
actually, I need
boy.
2 fortitude saves, one for each of those.
Okay, let me do the first one. That would be. First one, natural 20.
Yeah, critical, double.
Why can't I
Hey.
roll that when I'm attacking this
I know.
bitch?
Nice.
I know.
Second one. It's okay. Oh, that's initiative. Second one would be
Yeah, no problem.
37.
Easy. Critical success. Alright, you keep resisting whatever its magical effects are. Clovis.
Push me
All
out,
right.
Coco.
Clovis is going to take a jaw strike.
31 will hit.
31.
You should target it as well so that it'll...
Oh yeah, let me
but
do it. Sorry.
17 points of damage. Resist 10, so it takes 7.
All right, so I'll take a tail strike on it.
Okay.
-5, right?
31's a hit.
18.
Okay. Resist 10, so it takes 8. It just has a flat 10 resistance to all non-adamantine physical damage. It's still in the barely injured range, guys. You're like taking...
Take another jaw strike on it. Ooh, that's a failure.
All right, that's a critical
And
failure.
Okay. And then my 4th action.
So I don't know here. Can your multiple attack penalty go beyond? I think your next attack should be at minus 15.
No, it's not. Minus 10. That's it.
That's the only one that gives you in the UI, but I think technically it needs to be a minus 15. But go ahead and roll it at minus 10.
25?
25 is a miss.
Bitch. All right. Because I don't think my dinosaur can put a shield up, can he, with his little arms? Can he hold the shield?
No, you don't have a shield. Like, you have one. I like to think that you're holding the shield, but you can't get it in the position.
Wah, wah, wah.
I have a big head and tiny arms.
All right, Nulara.
I love you. You
Okay,
love
I'm
me.
taking a step. Get in here, Clovis.
Delving
Clorex,
confirms
whatever.
the max is minus 10.
Will you still fit
Yeah.
here? You'd still fit here. Would this be considered like how Mukta and I are positioned? Would this grant us a flat-footed condition?
Unfortunately, not. With the way that this thing is backed into the corner, no. If you really wanted to do it, you gotta like somehow pull it out of the corner.
Drag him out.
Yeah.
Okay. One action, hitting them with Encore's blade. That would be 29 to
29's a hit.
Whoop. Probably it's AC.
It's not currently flat-footed though, right?
Yeah.
No, not flat.
Still hits, though.
17
20
points.
it misses, so 29 it's AC.
Yeah.
All right. 7 points of damage. It's injured. Congratulations. This thing would be
and then-
so dead if it didn't have this resistance.
No, you know what? Second attack.
Okay. Bring it on.
32 to hit.
That's a hit.
Perfect. That's another 15 points of slashing damage.
All right, that's 5.
That's it for my turn.
This is like the worst fight for you guys. Just like something that's resistant to physical. All right. Mukta.
Physical, magic.
That's true. Like, there is...
Yeah.
It's really weak to certain kinds of magic if you can just figure out what it is, but...
I have 2 cantrips. Flame and shield, alright?
Yeah, and flame didn't work, unfortunately.
I've got some other things, but they're not prepared. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. Using my mobility, I'm going to stride here.
Okay.
Then I'm going to tumbling strike and go back there.
Yep, running. I like to just imagine you zigzagging through her legs, just like annoying her, right?
So let me make that acrobatics check. Come on. Ugh.
Well, it's
Just
a
a success.
success, but not a critical success, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so then I will strike it.
.23 is gonna miss.
Third action. I don't need to really use shield because I have dodge away anyway. Just realized that I should stop preparing shield. I'm going to third action use recall knowledge again to try to find out what magic it could be
Okay.
weak to.
It'll be slightly higher because it's the second recall knowledge you've attempted, but you're allowed to make
Don't
it.
have much else to do, so
No, yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just using like
Yeah.
anytime you use it, the DC goes up. Oh boy! Oh,
I don't
you're
know
not
what
supposed
that
to
is.
know. You're not supposed to know. I gotta share it. You rolled a natural 20. So
Oh,
where was
I'm not
the
Chris.
hit?
supposed to-
Nice.
I'm not supposed to
Chris.
share that, but I'm sharing it because it's awesome in this moment. So, in that moment right there, it comes back to you what Morley was like droning on and on about golems. What did he say? What did he say? And it like it's like actually, if you ever fight a clay golem or stone golem, usually you want to use cold or water magic because they are completely vulnerable to that sort of damage as it erodes the stonework. But don't use acid because it will heal it back up.
Everything
and
Good
Chloe
thing,
says.
magic
good
will
thing
slow it
Clovis
down.
went into dinosaur.
Earth magic will slow it down so it doesn't it will be unable to move as much.
Alright. And I'll yell out, Earth magic slows it down, but we're in a tiny ass room, so who cares?
Well,
it is
by slowed, I mean it actually gets the slow condition. It gets less actions on its turn.
oh.
Oh,
Earth magic will slow it down, that's good. But it's weak to water and cold. Definitely no acid. And I'm pointing at the huge ass dinosaur. You hear that? No
Acid
acid.
splash. Very cool. All
That's my
right.
turn.
There we go.
No,
Hal.
cold and water.
Great
Presumably
turn.
got him.
Great
Yeah,
natural
muted.
20.
Hal is going to go ahead and do another Inspire Courage for 1 round.
Okay. Has it been that many rounds already? Jeez.
Yeah, it's round 4 right now, right?
Yeah.
Well, it was 4 rounds, so I can good next round. 'cause
I
it's
think you
usually
probably have
3,
one
so
more round. I think, yeah.
1 more round. Yep. Okay, so I'll save that. I will move up here.
Okay.
I will attempt to do Lay on Hands to Nilara.
Okay.
Thank you much. Ooh, bless.
You get 30 points of healing plus 2 to AC for 1 round and 10-foot movement increase for 1 round.
Whoa.
Nice.
Thanks, Hal.
That's one. No, that's just 1 stride. I'll step, hoping it doesn't hit me again.
I just had a thought.
I don't like when the
No.
you have a
I just had a thought because, okay, I'm thinking back. This is the theme of today. Is like, let's bring out all the old items that we've been using to solve today's problems, right? You think back to a wand that somebody may have on their person that...
I already did, but I'm a freaking
Yeah, you're nice.
dinosaur.
But you literally have a wand that's like a fire hose, right? I
Yep,
just thought
got a
of that.
wand
It's so
of
cool.
Water. I was thinking about it. It's like, but now I'm, which is kind of good because I would have threw acid on it. So that would have been you know that was coming.
And
You, of
everybody
course.
else.
Yeah, everybody else, but he would have liked it. Give me more.
All right. The golem gets its turn. Error. Threat recalculating. Hey, that's not nice. Don't tell them my weakness. Turns towards you, Mukta, and sets its sights on you.
All right, let's do this. Let's dance.
So, first
Don't
strike.
say that.
Dodge away.
Okay. It's an 18 on the dice,
Yeah.
plus 24 for a total of 42
That's
Wow.
definitely a crit.
by a lot. What does dodge away do? It gives you bonus to your AC?
Just +1, and I can, if it misses, I can step.
Okay. It does not miss.
That's fine.
It deals 42 points of damage to you.
That's fine. It is now due to my feature, Cornered Fury.
Ooh.
When physically outmatched, you fight with unexpected ferocity. If a foe of a larger size than you critically hits and damages you, that foe is flat-footed to you for 1 round.
Hey!
All right, it's flat-footed to
Ooh.
you, Mukta. That's good. Can you make a 42 saving throw for me?
I can.
Now it's going to kill you.
Yeah, right?
Oh.
That's a fail.
That is technically it's a critical fail, but it doesn't really matter here. It's just a save or not. So you are affected by like where it hits you. Like it pulls back, little shards of clay are like still inside of you. You have a cursed wound.
Another one of this.
It's kind of like the same thing where it counteracts healing. You can't regain hit points except via magic. So magic can heal you, but anybody that's trying to heal you has to succeed on a counteract check, or
Kill you.
like not the heal doesn't go through. And this goes away if you get full hit points.
Full.
It goes away. Yep.
That's fine.
All right. Well, that's his first strike. Second strike. 25.
25 misses.
Yeah. And its third and final strike is a 27.
Just hits with my +1. Oh, no, dodge away is... Let me see if dodge away lasts the whole round. Either way it hits. Either with or without
It would match it
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so either way it hits.
There's no more one bonus. No, I don't think so. Damn. Okay. 20 points.
Alright, I'm still up.
You did it. You survived a round of combat. All right. Clovis and Doc Nina in chat is giving Mukta a hero point.
Thank you, Doc Nina.
Okay. I'm gonna take a jaw strike. 27.
27 misses.
Take a tail attack.
19 critically misses.
Man, gosh. I'll do another tail strike.
19.
Are you able to
critically misses?
de-wild shape?
Yeah.
Might be a better option if you can get that fire hose out.
Yeah, I think so, because I ain't rolling with shit. All right.
But he's dinosaur. So yeah, it's one action to
Dismiss.
dismiss. Thank you. So one action
Yeah,
to dismiss.
okay.
So as one action, you can leave wild shape and go back to Clovis if you'd like.
Okay.
Water and cold. No acid.
Yeah.
You technically have a fourth action because of the haze.
Of
Yep.
haze.
I'll do that to go back to Clovis.
Okay. Perfect. All right. New Lara.
Alrighty. First action, striking him with Ankor's blade. Just
Okay.
one action.
29
so
to hit.
29 to hit.
That
Okay.
is a hit.
Perfect. That would be 23 points of slashing damage.
Almost max damage.
Whew. Second attack, another one with Ankor's blade.
Your more chips coming off. Encore's blade is going to need to be sharpened at the end of this fight because it's getting
I
dull,
know.
man. Just hitting the stone.
I know. Wet it.
Ooh, that's a hit.
32. That would be 22 points of slashing damage.
Almost max damage again.
Third action. I am going to use my third action to aid.
Who and what and how are you
I'm
aiding?
going to aid Mukta on his next attack. By using, I'm going to try and like drag the construct a little bit so that he has like a clearer
Okay.
view to its weak point.
Are you...
Like that soft spot in the armpit. An
Yeah.
athletics check.
Yep, an athletics check to reposition to help open a strike. Awesome. All right, Mukta, it's your turn.
Get the
All right.
armpit!
First action, I'm going to strike it with my rapier. It is flat-footed against me.
It's flat-footed. It triggers Nulara's
I-
aid, so Nulara make the athletics check. DC's 20, so...
37.
is a critical success. Mukta take an additional +2 to your roll. So as a -2 circumstance penalty to its AC for being flat-footed, a +2 circumstance bonus to your roll from the aid, and all your
Alright.
other bonuses. So this
Woo!
this is an opening, right? This is a
Alright.
crit right here. I can feel it coming.
Should have done this.
In chat, send us your crit energy.
Fine. Come on. We got a hero point from Doc Nina.
I'm
Gotta
going to
hear.
use a hero point.
Please do,
Did that?
because
God damn.
yeah, I'm in the market flat-footed, but it would still have missed.
Yeah. Alright. Come on.
Oh my god!
Flat footed!
It is flat-footed, but that should have been a crit. I rolled a 5 and a 6.
No, it does. Yeah, it's exactly I mean, you didn't get the crit, but all this work, it's exactly what you needed to hit, so it's a hit.
Yeah. Alright. So that is 22 points of damage.
All that work for 12 points of damage. It's badly injured.
And then I'm going to stride 10 feet, half my movement, without provoke, and then another 10 feet, half my movement.
Yep. Dances
Is
away.
it debilitated?
No. Oh, yes, it is the pill, because it is flat-footed and I dealt damage. So it is enfeebled 1.
Good point. Good call. So that becomes enfeebled 1 for 1 turn. Until the end of your turn,
And
right?
that is my turn. A 5 and a 6.
Mukta. Change those dice. And how?
Right?
All right, I will. Don't know if I want to use that. Yeah, I'll use that. I'll step over here next to Mukta. Friend, I'm going to say you need to put away the rapier and pull out the longbow. I'm just saying, you're a much better shot. And I will reach over and touch him and cast Lay on Hands. Oops, that's not it. You're not undead, so I will heal you for 30 points.
Nice.
Or is he?
Very nice.
And I'll move back. Oh, no, I'm not going to move back. I will sing 1 round Inspire Courage. since it
All
is
right.
now expired.
Everyone takes Inspire Courage for 1 round.
All right.
And that is my turn.
All right. Like you dance around like first action, like it like takes Nulara, it like does one sort of like arm swipe and it tries to smash Nulara against the wall with its first strike. So that is
Oh, whoa.
a 4 on the dice for 27.
Quick shield block, so it misses.
Yeah, the shield block gets up at the last
Oh,
second.
so reflexive, reactive shield. Sorry.
Reactive shield. So that allows you to raise your shield as a reaction against the strike, right? So
yes,
the shield
so it
goes
gives
up,
me a 29.
which makes it miss. So that you absorb the blow of this thing. Second action, it begins to stride away from you towards your allies. Or at least attempts to, because you do have opportunity.
what you did?
And
No, because I already
doesn't-
used.
Oh, that was your second reaction already. Yes, you're right. One for the aid, right? And then the other one was this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. All right, second action. Third action.
Oh wait, that would have hit then. Sorry.
No, you have
Yeah,
because that other reaction can only be used for what?
reactive shield,
And not
and I used my reaction for aid already.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
it would have hit,
You're right. Okay.
but I would do quick shield block for this damage that's gonna come up.
Can you shield block if you don't have your shield raised? Is that what? This...
Quick shield block. Yeah.
That allows you to use the reaction for that. That's the thing you
Yeah.
get a reaction for, right?
Mm-hmm. Wait, let me make sure.
Yeah. If not,
Yes,
it's
I
14
believe-
damage or less if you do
You
it.
can bring the shield into place. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it allows you to shield block, but it doesn't allow. It doesn't. You have to have your shield raised in order to do shield block.
oh, never mind. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
taking it.
So you take the 14. So then steps back this way, gets close towards like all these squishy people over here. I think it's gonna like focus its sight on Hal as it says, "Shh, no music in the library." Smack.
He has blurred.
Yeah. Flat check. Negative.
Oh, that is. I get a flat check. Yeah, it's gonna miss
Ooh.
anyways.
Technically, you rolled the 4, so should that count for the flat check?
Well, either way, it misses,
missed
right?
again.
So, it tries to hit one of the howls and hits the wrong one, right? But like the fist shatters on the ground and it doesn't go away, right? It just stays. The blur is not like used up. It's not like mirror image or anything. All right, Clovis.
No, it stays there.
All right, so Clovis, first action, I'm gonna pull out my wand of quench.
Digged in that bag for that wand to quench.
All right, and then what do I do to use it?
Try clicking use wand and see what happens. I don't know. There we go.
That 2 actions, technically.
It's one action. Oh, well, it depends on where he keeps it, right? Technically,
Shove down your pants.
yeah, I mean,
He's got the
yeah, it's in his backpack,
Oh.
so technically it's 2 actions to get it out. But he has haste, even though it's supposed to be used for stride and strike only. I'll allow him to move really quick and use up his 4th action
Okay.
on this.
All right.
So make that attack roll. It's flat-footed because of Mukta, so that's good. Oh, it's a save or an attack?
I don't know, it has attack
not
and
flat-footed.
save, so
It's only flat-footed for me for that round.
Oh, right. It was debilitating strike. Yeah. 30 still hits. That's a good point. So you cause the air, fire creatures.
It seems like it's a save.
So you just cause the air. So it's not an attack. It's like the whole area just fills with water vapor, right? Non-magical fires within the area are automatically extinguished. There's no fire. Fire creatures within the area take damage. It is a water spell, so this thing is automatically. Let me just read what it says. Because here's the way. Whatever spell you're doing doesn't actually matter here. What it matters is the tag type. So the quench spell as itself doesn't deal damage except for to fire creatures. But
gotcha.
because you're targeting it with a water effect, it's going to take area damage, because this is like an area spell of water type, which does hurt it. So I'm going to throw you guys a bone here and just allow you to roll the straight up single target damage. Clovis, can you roll 5d10 damage for me?
Ooh.
And I will make a basic
Come on.
fortitude save.
They're rolling shitty. Let's see how I do.
Oh, that's much better than
44.
4.
29 is actually so. Yes. So. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm just gonna give him the full damage. 44 points of. So you watch as the water just starts eroding the stones away, starts crumbling. That did a lot of damage. Water is definitely the way to go, and it looks like you can sustain the spell turn after turn.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yep. All right.
Oh, that works.
That's my turn. Sweet.
All right. As if I wasn't mean enough, at this point, as you're sustaining the spell on this creature, something like Nulara behind you, you hear the door knob begin to move, and on the other side of the door, you just see like the door opens, and standing on that side in this loud combat, there's this knight head to toe in like armor, almost looks like animated. The armor is almost partly animated with some kind of creature, and as it opens the door, it says, "Ah, cousin, we have guests," and grabs his blade, and he joins the fray. Nulara.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah, his turn was to join, like move up, open the door, and join. He like opens the door, and then like his third action is to like grab his blade in both hands and be ready.
All right. I yell out, "Finish him!" And then I would also add, "I think Mukta sustained a bleed earlier. Make sure he's all right." And then I will attack this animated creature right in front of me, the golem. Okay.
Kill the golem first. We'll deal with
I
the
will
other creature
try.
later.
Should I close the door? I was honestly thinking about it.
You have the
Maybe
ability.
your last
Lock it.
action.
You can use your shield hand to interact, right?
Yeah.
So you could
Later! I close the door.
slam the door.
Yeah, one attack with Encore's blade.
It'll have to use an action to open it, so that's not a bad idea.
Yep.
30 to hit.
30 hits.
Okay, so that would be 13 points of damage.
All right. So
And
3.
then I'll take a step here.
Okay.
That's the
Flanking,
end of my
flanking.
turn.
Mukta, it's flanked.
Alright, I'm going to strike it.
Go ahead.
Oh, come on.
You have a hero point in chat from chat, right? So you have 1 hero point left for tonight if you'd like to use
Which
it. That was that was the one that came from Doc Nina. Did you?
I
don't think you used
already used it.
it. You already
That
used it.
was
You
how
did. You did. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. A 3 on the dice plus 19 is 22. That's a miss.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to kill this thing, so I'm going to take a second strike.
I told you to shoot it with your bow. You're much better.
It's too close. And then the rapier actually has a higher. It's flat-footed?
It's flat-footed, but it still misses.
Oh my god. Alright, and then third action, I will aid Nulara.
It was a 25 on the dice, by the way, for our podcast listeners.
Yes, my apologies. Third action, I'm going to aid Nulara.
Okay. Aiding Nulara. In which way?
I'm going to feint an attack.
Perfect. Hal.
Does my injury do anything at the end of my turn?
No.
Okay.
Oh, actually, wait. I just realized you got healed after. Like Hal healed you after you got
30 points, yeah.
But you had that effect on you, right? He didn't make the counteract check.
Ah.
But it's too late because it was like 2 turns ago, so that's on me. So
Alright.
we'll say you successfully counteracted it, Hal. So, Hal.
Hal will continue to sing and then start doing some magic as you see shadows gather around his form and a line of dark energy courses through this creature, and Hal chooses cold damage and he will do Shadow Blast.
Oh, you had cold damage in your pocket after all.
Blast that shadow.
And
Alright.
according to Dalvin,
Yeah.
golems are automatically harmed. as
That's
soon as
the way I
target them.
read it too. So, are you doing? You're doing
Thank you, Delvin.
a 30-foot. Sorry,
50-foot line.
50-foot line through it. 5d8 cold damage. Can you roll 5d10 for me, actually?
Whoa!
Any cold
Here
damage.
goes my 4.
Any cold damage or fire damage
Kill
deals 5d10.
Nice.
Takes the full 27 points. It's near death, but it's still up.
Damn.
Kill him, Clo.
But that is a very versatile
My turn.
spell. That is cool.
If I just hit it once. Once!
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So at the start of its turn now, it makes a DC 5 flat check. And something could have happened, but it doesn't.
Oh.
And it... Alright, first thing it does is target Clovis in the back. Long fist right over Mukta's head. Crunch. A nice jab against Clovis. That's a 19 on the dice for a 42 total.
Yeah, I think that's a critical hit.
That's a critical hit on Clovis. 50. That was a 9 and a 6 on the dice for 52 points of bludgeoning damage. Technically, it's one more, but I forgot to take enfeebled one off, but that's okay. 52 points.
Okay.
Oof. Punches Clovis once. Reaches out and tries to smash Hal with its second attack.
Fortitude save, I believe.
It's a flat check, right? What's the fortitude save for?
Don't.
Oh, for Clovis. Clovis makes a fortitude save. I'm gonna make a flat check for Blur.
Damn.
19 is gonna hit.
Okay.
Clovis got
Natural
it.
20.
Yeah, Clovis got a natural 20.
Can I save that for something else? But I'll take it.
Yeah. So the flat check goes through, so the strike does go through. It targets the right one this time. 10 on the dice is 29 total.
Mm-hmm.
So that hits. 23 damage on Hal.
All right.
And the last strike on Mukta. Last strike on Nulara, actually. 12 on the dice is a 26, which misses by 1.
Misses? Mm-hmm.
All right, that's its turn. Oh, you know what? Because it hasn't used this ability yet, it uses the Quickened ability, which it can use once a day, and it becomes quickened. So it gets one. Oh, you know what? It becomes quickened.
Quicken sand.
No, actually, it doesn't work the way I thought it did. So it can't use it because it already used all 3 actions. It takes an action to get itself the quicken condition. I should have done it earlier. Oh wait, is it a free action?
Damn.
Nope.
It is a free action, but it gives itself quicken, but it's gonna get 1 extra action next turn. Got it. All right, Clovis.
Okay, I'm sustaining the water.
Right, you're sustaining the water. Roll 5d10 damage. I don't think it's gonna survive.
That is 41.
Bro, that's just sick damage last 2 turns.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right, the water crumbles. The golem crumbles in upon itself in the middle of the room and becomes nothing more than a muddy pile of dust and dirt as the golem of Belcor is like, have a nice day.
What a good nature.
Oh,
but it dies.
sweet.
You still have 2 actions.
There is going to be something coming through this door. Oop.
Hello. Nice to see you there.
Not now.
Occupado!
So that the quench is the sustain is that just 1 action?
Yep.
I have 2 left, or was it 2? Okay.
Yep. And
I'm just gonna move down.
you sound quiet as well. I think you might be far from your mic.
Is it? No, I'm
now you're good.
Right up on my mouth. Oh, really? Okay. And then I'm gonna raise my shield.
Okay. Technically, you have 1 more action
My turn.
to the quicken
He raised
condition,
his
Haste.
shield.
but he has the quicken condition.
Wow.
You can command Mushi to come in the room or stay away.
Close the door. Command Mushi to close the other door.
Yeah.
We're making
I'll
a
do
lot
that.
of noise.
All right, you give 1 action to Mushi, he gets 2 actions. What would you like Mushi to do with his 2 actions?
He is
Inside.
gonna fly into the room and shut the door.
All right. Does Mushi does not have the effects that allow him to manipulate objects in closed doors, I don't think. Does he?
That's an
Oh, you can just bounce into it.
But he's tiny and this is heavy. There is literally an action that says be able to interact with stuff. I don't think he has it. Give me a strength check for Mushi. It's not interacting. He's just putting his weight, like an athletics check. Sorry, an athletics check.
Oh yeah, it does. Sorry. I guess I gotta go all the way across the side.
Oh,
It is.
wait. I mean,
He just went really fast, so he's got that. Like he's trying to get that,
Mushi saves the day.
and he's flying
Yeah.
right into the door.
that's a natural 20 for Mushi to
Nice.
successfully close this door and shut this like heavy vault door behind him. Like shut, it opens outward, so he
Nice.
slams it. I don't know, maybe it opens inward, and yeah, Mushi's closes the door, like sealing you guys in here. All right, good natural 20. So on the other side of the door, there's a quick moment where this guy's like, he like opened the door with his free hand, and then he had to use an action because it's actually an action to re-grip your sword with two hands, and so it like re-gripped the sword, and then you close the door, and it's like. So it uses a free action to release its grip, one action to open the door.
I told you it was a good idea to close the door.
I wanted to initially. And I'll go with my gut next. So funny.
One action to like step through.
What if he didn't come in and we just kept closing it?
I know, that's why I had to step through.
Right.
And then his third action, he re-grips the sword with two hands, and as he does, you watch the sword like burst with frost shards. The whole thing is like the sword is covered in frost as he grips it, and that's actually his whole turn because you guys closed the door on him. That's hilarious. Nulara.
First action, attacking it with Ancora's Blade.
Yes. This, by the way, is an undead.
Oh, sweet! Okay, first attack would be 39 to hit.
Hit, not a crit.
Whoa! Okay. He
it's
takes
armor.
16 points. Yeah, 16 points of slashing damage. Plus 1 positive from
Right.
my Spirit Strike.
So, yeah, he takes 17 points of damage.
Sweet, right? Positive
Actually,
damage.
for the first
Yeah.
time in a long time since we might have got this, the sort of blessing that was given to you by Pharasma deals an additional 1 point of damage to the undead.
Woo!
Because that is
Nice.
another 1 point of damage that it deals. So I didn't add it to your character sheet, but I will. That was a long time ago. So it takes 1 more point of damage even.
Okay. Second attack. Another one with Ancora's Blade. That would be 22 to hit.
22 is a miss.
Okay, third action, third action, I'm gonna stride forward. Hang on. Move. There you go.
Okay.
Stride forward right there.
As you stride, you try to move, and he like whips the sword out and takes a strike at you.
Okay.
That is a 7 on the dice for a 31.
Hits.
Hit, not a crit.
Not a
So
crit.
it doesn't, and I guess it wouldn't stop your move anyways. But as he hits you with his frosted greatsword, he deals 31 points of
Wow.
damage. Part of it is slashing, part of it is cold.
What is the slashing? Okay, I'll just take it and then add 2.
Okay.
Click. That is my turn.
Okay. Mukta.
Alright. First action, I'm going to stow my rapier.
Okay.
Take a step. And then quick draw my short bow.
Perfect.
It's not flat-footed, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. 8 on the dice, 27 total. That's gonna miss.
That's my turn.
Hal.
I don't think I've rolled above a 10.
No, yeah.
Keep singing. Inspire courage for 1 round.
Okay.
And then I think we'll I'll hit Nulara with a soothe. I think
Okay.
4th level.
Yeah, no, you're good. Good.
Nice.
46 points of healing.
Damn.
Yeah, that works.
All right.
All right,
My turn.
Clovis.
All right, Clovis is. I'm going to disrupt undead.
Okay. This thing is going to make its fortitude save. That is a 7 on the dice for a 28, which is a failure.
Failure. Whew.
Not a critical fail, but it is a failure. So go ahead and roll damage on that disrupt undead. Oh, that's
Nice.
a lot of ones.
16.
Okay.
Cantrip still, so not bad.
Ooh, so here's the thing. As you reach out to do this, it does hit, but there's a pulse of negative energy off this thing. It is so sacrilegious that it tries to counteract your positive spell. So I have to make a roll here. That's a 4 on the dice, 21. No, it's not enough to counteract your spell. So you can feel your spell meets its like unholy aura, and you push through and hit it for the full 16 points of damage.
Nice.
And you still have one action. 2, technically. With the stride.
2, right?
One has to be a stride or a strike. The other can be whatever.
Okay. So this stride or strike, I can pull. Can I pull something out with one of those actions?
Stride is move, and strike is attack, and that's it. I already let
That's
you
really-
interact with it earlier, but technically, no. But you still have a fraction you
Okay.
could use in addition. Depends on what you're trying to do.
I was going to pull something out of my bag.
I mean, you have a... Well,
That takes 2
and then I was
actions.
going to raise my shield.
well, it's one action to take the backpack off. You've already taken the backpack off, but you left it in the corner where Mushi is. So that's the way it works. Right? It's one action to take your backpack off, and then the second action to go through it and get what you want.
Okay.
So
All right.
I think technically your
I'll
backpack
just,
is probably in the corner with Mushi.
Okay. I'll just like
You can give Mushi one
Yeah.
action, and he has 2. He can get whatever you want and bring it to you.
yeah, I'll do that.
So what are you trying to get?
I'm trying to get a one of my holy waters out of my bag.
Nice. So yeah, Mushi is able to pull a holy water out of your bag, and he can stride over to you. Or you can
That's
stride
one
over to
action
him
for
with your
him.
stride action.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I'll stay there, and then I'll raise my shield.
Okay. It is late. Thanks for hanging in there. Just going to do it for us this week on Abomination Vaults, a cliffhanger, mid-combat. We're going to pick up at the start of the next episode with, like, initiative off the top. Like, not even initiative, just go. Top of the combat. Jeez. Thank you to Ninna, Richard, Mike, and Rick for playing with me. It's a fun night as always. Thank you to everyone live with us now at Twitch. And later, if you're watching on our YouTube or listening to us on your podcast, thank you for the support. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us everywhere we are. Huge shout out to our patrons, our current active patrons, David Sims woo, and Mike M. Yay!
Thank you, David and Mike.
Thanks, guys. You guys are on
Give
fire.
it a look at patreon.com/recallknowledge, and you can get some behind the scenes look and early releases of these videos. Big thank you to Molten Hosting for providing our server hosting and making it so easy. Use the referral code recallknowledge, that's one word, for 1 month free of service. I don't even think I said that at the top of the show. Probably should have. Check them out at moltenhosting.com. Big thank you to the Rollsmith for the awesome dice you saw here today. Even though
Rollsmith!
Luke didn't roll higher than a 10, it's not the
Yep.
Rollsmith's fault.
Certainly not.
For the holidays, go buy a set for your GM. And then as a bonus, when she installs it, you're going to get to use it. It's a win-win for everyone involved. Go buy a set and share it with your gaming group. And guys, we're going to pick up next week in the middle of the vault as you've defeated the clay golem of Belcora. You are facing against Belcora's cousin, Kalido Haravex, who's some sort of like undead knight here in the vaults, guarding her most precious secrets. And maybe next week, if we're lucky, we'll get to see what those secrets are. So
Get to the second room.
you'll have to tune in next week to find out what it is. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and goodbye. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Night.
Stay safe out there.
And may the force be with you.
And also with you.